from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The team no wrong, but them military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got you. Remember when me tell you say I got you. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. Like a Abapanuku, oh, them they were Boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I did. For me, the fella, the rest of man, I tell you what I did. Me know that I'm up to tell them.
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
Look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in our heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them. Our hero, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Keep them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Natulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja Atibe kuona tulane bovo Timalugo no godo kokodo nyano be hule Nani mona tunilu Naya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali waso jere futamba kanjuba diali Mama abulezi okwenu Nabakala kelwego nezi enwe Nuboti akala kelwego nudezi Makana baba neno waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana juko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake pa waja siyenyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Nala nugo noe Umu Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkani Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekele mi Akwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na watachi ezamu no bibu onye iwere Wesi ya kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunelia kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri die bube bide biche vele mongwem Ozugbo dogweji mali bonine dogweji malo Biafra bia dumego chukwu Papa gisi ekene logi Philipu Efyong Abuzikwa nwoke kwuloku wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ekunye na ya bụ Biafra ya tụlụ ugo wenata na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo n'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele Ọbagị isi ekene lugo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kede ebe Melike Amadike Biafra bịa
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Ọbagị bụ ofe onye tiri ndị ilo mgbada nwụrụ ahụ n'isi
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike
know.
bụ mmanwụ
It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you. Today, because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. Nobody wants to do it. That's the problem. They sent her to my case.
Biafran government in They know na exile cabinet me no no Ono ekene unu jisinu ikene na chukwu na nda na ya agba unu ube maka na onye sụrụ bịa ya atọ ka ịmalụ ga-enu eyi jisienu ike ekene lomo ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ chukwu the great oracles of Biafra na no way kene no nama la no jisi kenal atugo ya ba ume omo chukwu the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Simon Webber Abuzikwa Batobi the best Atwele Omo Biafra Bianulu Anonganga Piotembe will Nabe I just show you will not see Yes. Mwana kwa mobia kenelio, odagiri dimu. Ose fulu dilo bianulo nuwe. Makwale na kosa de malaya. Mweji mwangu kojilo sino de lonka sojilo yati di sojilo we walasa. Abuzikwe wa Batobi Ogada gidi kebia no Mweji wala ni yo Nine tukunye ndi Biafra na no na beke nege Asimo ya dele Biafra ni na mo Asino ya dele no ni na mo Mandanye na bono mweno utela nyi welien Mandanye na bono dudonu na
n'udo n'ụlọ nwe maka na mgbe ọ na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edebeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụrụ ife emeleme. A good legacy will last forever ma abụrụ ife emeleme. And in remembrance of my bless you.
Of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala, ha niile si na ịdị nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka i wee tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, kpee isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. Land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Omahi. He loves Fulani. He used to wear Obada.
But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to the Aruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West. Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. That Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And
what we are pursuing is a part of pressure, relentless pressure, to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
Authorities to release Mazi Simon Ekpa immediately. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, has not committed any offense. Therefore, we demand for his immediate release. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa and free him now. No hand must stop Mazi Simon Ekpa from exercising his duty as a free man. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa.
For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want every one of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria, called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in with. They thought by the forceful and the barrels of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria. That also is the problem today. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global village where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria have found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem.
That you are supporting Nigerian government in any way, either in the Nigerian army, Nigerian police, Nigerian security, Nigerian immigration. The PM has said today, we are not against you, but if you wear the Nigerian uniform representing Nigerian government in Biafra land, you are going to pay the price, and you're going to pay the ultimate price for supporting a terrorist government that is in Biafra land. These are terrorists that kill our people, maim our people, burn our houses, burn our businesses, burn our homes in Biafra territory. If you are one of them, you have yourself to blame. If you are wearing any Nigerian uniform, Nigerian military uniform, Nigerian police uniform, Nigerian security uniform, sorry is your name. We have no prison, we have no jail. If you are caught inside Biafra land, you are gone. Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone who has connected to this program, wherever you are connecting from. Please like and share the program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to those who are close to you. Make sure you invite somebody to this program so that we can get to the root of all the issues that we need to discuss today. We are going to discuss about a lot of things that are very, very important. Please, as you join us, make sure you invite somebody. Don't watch this program today alone. It is very, very important. Make sure you invite somebody. I welcome everyone who has connected to this very program, wherever you are connecting from. For the sake of those who are coming across our video for the very first time, or those who are going to come in contact with this very video for the very first time, I want to remind you that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orampueze. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We don't come to this platform for saga. In this platform, we present the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. In this platform, we say things the way they are, without being politically correct. In our program, we do not apply political correctness. We say it exactly the way it is. In this platform, we are here to debunk every lie against the Biafran people, lies against our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, lies against our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa, and the lies against our Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Gozera Boise. In this platform, we tell our story the way it is. We tell the world the true situation in the contraption called Nigeria, more especially in Biafra land. The atrocities of Nigerian government against its own citizens, more especially the indigenous people. We come here to speak about the war that is going on in Biafra land that nobody is reporting. This war was declared by Nigerian government on television, live. If you think it's a lie, go and make your verification. The chief of army staff came on national TV and said that they are fighting asymmetric warfare in Biafra land. Later on, he came back and said they have now gone into a jungle warfare in Biafra land. War means only one thing to a military man: destruction. War does not have any other meaning. When you hear a uniformed man mention war, a military man says war, he means war. It is not a child's play, not a joke, not wrestling, not for fun. But unfortunately, there is no conventional media that is following up today to know what is going on and how they are executing this war in Biafran territory. So we have taken it upon ourselves every morning with the little time we have to come here and speak to Biafran people and educate the world about what is going on in Biafra land. I welcome every one of you that have joined. Remember, every morning when we come to this program, it is always an interactive session, a session where we interact with the whole world. You are free to join us regardless where you are, regardless your orientation, regardless your belief. The only thing that qualifies you to join us on this program is for you to be a human being. As long as you're human, your orientation does not matter to us, your race doesn't matter, your religion doesn't matter, your location doesn't matter. You are free to join us. Go to the comment section, click the link and come in. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. Let's talk about it. If there is something you have heard about us that you're not too sure about, ask the question. Let's deal with it. If you have a contribution to make, feel free to make a contribution. For those who are watching me on Facebook or on TikTok, if you have a question, write down your question. Once I set my eyes on your question, I will respond to your question. But if you want to join me live on stage, come to the Vidhaba channel on YouTube. There, you will have the opportunity to come on live and speak to the world. The whole world is watching us. The government of Biafra is actively watching us on a daily basis. Secretary of Information is always on this very channel watching. And our Deputy Prime Minister is monitoring what we are doing. So whatever information you pass through this channel, it will get to the right source. And I bet you, where changes are needed, it will be made, if necessary. So use this opportunity and use it wisely. The only thing that we request is that when you are coming up on this platform to speak, please appear in a decent manner. It is not mandatory to appear on video. You can appear on your audio. But if you're appearing on video, make sure you appear in a very decent manner. And while you are speaking, try as much as possible to be civil in your discussion. It doesn't matter how angry you are, it doesn't matter how dissatisfied you are, it doesn't matter what your topic or discussion is. Try as much as possible to be civil so that the Biafrans can digest what you have to say, the world can listen to you, and then respond accordingly. I welcome everyone that have connected, more especially those who are joining me here on YouTube. I can see Juliana Obi. Thank you so much for joining, Juliana. I appreciate you. Gerard Dike, thank you for joining, Gerard. I appreciate you, Gerard. Thank you for being there. My beloved sister, Doreen, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And every other person that is out there watching, whether I mention your name or not, you are highly welcome and you are appreciated. Today we have come once again to discuss, with the few minutes we have today, the topic today says Biafran leaders fear of takeover of Biafra land by the Fulani terrorists and Nigeria government is real. Biafran leaders fear of takeover of Biafra land by Fulani terrorists and Nigerian government is real. The issue of the takeover of Nigerian by the Fulani terrorists has been swept under the carpet by the government of the day because it is the agenda. This very topic is not mostly spoken of. At a point in time, they shut it down and made sure that no media speaks about the atrocities of the Fulanis or the takeover of Nigeria that is being planned by the Fulani terrorists. James Chikozie, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. But those of us who knows what is happening and who want to safeguard our lives, we will never stop talking. We will continue to expose the evil of these people. You know, it is so sad that so many people in that contraption called Nigeria are not paying attention to what is going on. So many people are not paying attention. So many are still busy gossiping. Some are busy watching comedy, watching BB Niger. So many are busy with one activities or the other. So many are busy in their shops trading. They have failed to look inward and see the danger ahead. Some of them are busy antagonizing people who are trying to safeguard their life. The Biafran people that are asking for self-determination. A good percentage of people in Nigeria today do not want to hear Biafra. Their focus is to make sure that Biafra voice is not heard. A good percentage of people in Nigeria, even in the midst of the danger, in a situation where almost the whole territory of Nigeria is taken over and occupied by the armed terrorists, armed Fulani terrorists, yet they are not worried. They are not concerned. They have had information coming online and offline about the takeover, almost takeover of the entire northern states, the overrun of military barracks in the north, and cutting away with their arms. The terrorists have graduated to using drones, military drones, armed drones. This is not just surveillance drone, armed drones. That is how advanced the Boko Haram terrorists have become in Nigeria. And this is the same Boko Haram terrorists that they tell you that they have reintegrated, they have rehabilitated them, they reintegrate them, and they reabsorb them into the society, into the police, into the army. When you hear reintegration, rehabilitation, you will assume that the crisis is coming to an end and it's going to be reducing. As they said, made us to believe that people are surrendering. What you should be expecting that there will be a reduction in their activities and they'll be wicked. But I bet you, it is not just that I'm saying it. I played a video here where a member of the House of Assembly stood up and said that the Boko Haram is advancing and coming out more powerful than they have ever been. And the man made a confession and said they are more well armed than the military of Nigeria. They came after him. They said, no, it's a lie. It was a wrong impression and this and that. They came out from all corners. And within some days, we heard about invasion of 4 camps. Invasion of 4 camps within a very short interval. And the same military men who were present, eyewitness, said that they use armed drones. that Nigerian government could not be able to use. Today, the Boko Haram have access to armed drones, and they use it to take over barracks, cut away with their equipment, cut away with all the arms in their armory. And what you see, the military of Nigeria is only crying and shedding tears about their colleagues that lost their life. This was what Mazen Nandekan warned about many years ago. Mazen Nandekan warned about this many years ago when nobody was talking about it, even while he was still a one Nigerianist. Mazen Nandekan was in London protesting, and he was calling on Nigerian government to do something. In London, Mazen Nandekan was calling on the Zoological Republic government to do something to secure the territory of the zoo, to stop the enemies who are flooding in from all West African countries. They never listened. Instead of stopping them, they went ahead to invite them themselves. Instead of stopping them, they went ahead. The late Muhammadu Buhari opened the gates and said all the terrorists in the Sahel region are welcome in Nigeria. Gave them an open gate, visa on arrival. And the whole country was watching and seated. Nobody talked. All those bunch of idiots who claim to be professors, who claim to be this and that, learned people, they were all there seated. And Muhammad Buhari took that decision, opened the gate of hell, and said, all the terrorists, wherever they are welcome in Nigeria. And we were all watching, and they were flowing into Nigeria. When that warning was given, they called it a joke. People never took it serious. Today, that warning that Mazen Nandekano gave many years ago, more than a decade ago, is playing out. Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board. And he warned, he didn't only warn, he said, I will not stand by and watch my land taken over. And he began to take action. Instead of the other indigenous people seeing reason with him and aligning with him to secure the land, they came after him. They called him name. In fact, they left the terrorists and they transferred the aggression on him and they called him the terrorist. Including his own people that he was protecting. Every one of them, just like during the time of Christ when the Jews said, allow the criminal to go and let Christ be crucified. That is what transpired in the case of Master Simon Ekpa. Even when it was obvious that the Fulani terrorists are very much present in Biafra land. We saw record of death. We saw evidence. People who were kidnapped were confessing. They were telling people what they are about to do. The prelates who was kidnapped told the world what they were planning. Then, so many people who escaped the kidnap came out and said what they saw. In fact, the confession they made to the prelate is the one that nobody should ever forget. The message was very, very clear. But yes, nobody worried about it. Nobody was bothered. The governors were not bothered. The politicians were not bothered. Even the citizens, they went about their business. There's nothing wrong. But our leaders in this agitation, Mazi Simon Ekpa in particular, then because then Mazi Nandekan was not around, they didn't keep silent. He began to work on to secure Biafra land. Instead of being supported, they called him names. They made sure that they stopped him. They went ahead to put a ransom on his head, something they could not do on the terrorists wielding weapon to take their life. But on Mazi Simon Ekpa, an innocent man who was trying to secure his land, they put ransom on his head and say, get him dead or alive. They didn't stop there. They began to write petition from right, left, and center. They did that and did that until the global conspiracy began to play out. The British weighed in, the French weighed in. As they collaborated during the 1967 war, they came again together again to fight the war. And when they came in, they cooked up their stories, cooked up their lies, and they took away our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And since all this while that they took him away, the death toll in Biafra land have increased. The atrocities of the terrorists have increased unchecked. Today, the invasion of Biafra land has gotten to the highest level. And there is nobody to turn to, nobody to call. And I bet you it is going to get worse. Our purpose of making program every day and speaking about this issue is for you to prepare. Is it going to get worse? It is definitely going to get worse. The reason we come online every day to talk is to tell you to get prepared. The message of the war has come from different directions, from different corners, from different angles, but people are not paying attention. But we will continue to replay it again and again and again. We will continue to do what we have to do. The rest is in your hand. And today I'm going to share those messages again. Warnings that are coming from all corners, all angles. People give you the spiritual message. People give you direct message. It has come on different angles. It's left for you to either believe it or leave it, or prepare yourself. I will play first of all the message that was delivered.
These people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they'll bring all those that have been put in disarray, driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land, that they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the dumb man was just flippant. Maybe he took something. He said,
you can imagine Biafra land where they have checkpoints in every kilometer. Every 1 kilometer in Biafra land, they have checkpoints. But the terrorist is telling you that there is no security in Biafra land. Terrorists in Biafra land are telling you that there is no security in Biafra land. Meanwhile, in every 1 kilometer in Biafra land, you will see a checkpoint. You will see army checkpoints, mobile police checkpoint, police checkpoint, custom checkpoints, different kinds of checkpoints, including vigilante, formed by the government. But yet, the terrorists are boldly telling this prelate that there is no security in Biafra land. And yet, when we speak, those who call themselves intellectuals will pretend and feel they know it all. I want you to hear it. The warning came long before now.
You know Ibadan, Lagos Expressway. We are in all the bush there. We're everywhere there. We're also in the south. So we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land. So they claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They said it. That is why we are afraid of, I've been talking about this open grazing and this Rror. Yeah. They have a plan. They have a plan. And I accuse the soldiers who are not non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. Because they are shooting this man. When our people wanted to comb the bush, the soldiers said, if you move a step, we'll finish you. Don't go there. So they know where the boys are. They know the location. And what they do is in the daytime, they use their cow to confuse people. Then after some time, the cows will go to rest and they take their gun and do the operation of kidnapping. Government should act decisively. They should act decisively. Otherwise, what is happening in the northern part of the country will be a child's play to what will happen here. So government should sit up, because the primary purpose of government is to secure life and property. Yeah. Any government that has failed in that has failed woefully. And Nigeria is on a reverse gear. We are nosediving. We are nosediving. You know, we don't have security. All the bush we went around, no soldier, no police, nothing. The people, you know, were having a field there. And where they released us was, if they kidnap people along Isukwato, they will parade them round, and there, when they pay ransom, they are released from that particular spot. Those they arrest, they kidnap along Enugu Expressway, Log Banta, they bring them. Eventually, they bring them there to collect ransom. Those they kidnap along anywhere in the south, around the southwest. So they know that they are there. And I guess that when I said to the Oga, how do you collect this money? He said, don't worry. Once we are through with you, we will invite motorcyclists. They will come and there will be a truck. A truck will come to put the money in the truck. And that the people who paid them said that was exactly what happened. Immediately they came out from the bush. They told them they were monitoring whether there is police or army. They said, go up. Okay, come back, come this way. And then eventually they stopped. A truck came without number. So the boys will carry one Ghana must go, put in the truck until they took the 100,000. After they have counted 100 million, they said, okay, you can.
This is a playback to remind you of where we are coming from. The warning we are giving today, all the way from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, more than a decade ago, continues stage by stage. When you feel that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in Nigeria, he was far away, delivering the message, he doesn't have a fact. Chukwu Okike Abiama used somebody inside. Look at him, a prelate, a religious man. Even if he lies, he cannot lie with this kind of an issue. A religious man paid 100 million to set himself free. An amount that so many of you cannot be able to afford to pay. That money was given to set him free, and he came out and delivered the message what he saw. They told him in black and white, we are taking over the land. You do not have security. But in this same Biafra land, there is checkpoint every 100 kilometers. And yet, these people are boldly walking around everywhere. We warned you, and up to this moment, you still think it is about the Biafran people. You're focusing attention on things that does not matter. And some other people have also spoken in humor to pass the same message we are passing. That is why we bring you the messages in humor. So that even if you don't understand that, you say we are too strict, we are too this or too that, we present the message in humor. Maybe, just maybe, you might begin to come back to your senses and understand.
Many can demand matter no gonada. Strapuzi by hapuzi ni prosperity, progress, olu no la na ndi ani no go dakata hancha no ntitore. Gbazie ndi mmadụ ha je kwadobe ọgụ ndị ụka gba na people so kwadobe ọgụ ụna akpozira bere Wednesday Tuesday Wednesday ụna ekpezi na aka ụna akwụrụ ọtọ aka ụna adịrọ ọchị ụna ekpezi na Chukwu arapụgoro ụnụ ụka na ọgbara ụna agwa na ya ga-arapụ ụnụ n'ụlọ nsọ awa and ọ rapụgo ụnụ na akakwụrụ ebe a na-akụ aka ụnụ na-akụ dị empty ụna akụzi na onwerozi aka ụnụ na-enye nkịta ụna akụzi na ebe pastọ na-anọ na jet na-agba n'elu ndị na-akụrụ ya egwu anaghị n'ala na-akụ egwu ọnọ n'elu ebe pastọ ga-anụrụ biri ezigbo ụlọ esi ya na-eku ya ụmụ ogbenye ya tụọ ego jebe na-agbagharị ya fuel na jeneretọ ma ogbe ihe ache mụ na asọ ụnụ bụ atụrụ eji chụọ aja kedu ka esi wee were ụnụ chụọ aja na aka ndị jiri ụnụ chụọ aja mma ejiri gị chụọ aja na-agba moto 7 million 10 million naira ikpena ihe eje eluigwe ịnwe na ndị ụka ịfọ na enwe ebunu ga-eje ndị si ndị ụka onwere ebunu na-eje o onwekwa ebunu na-eje o bikọz na-edekwara edekwuo na ọgaranya ije eluigwe dị adị ka anyịnya ịga na-agala igwe andị ngị nwa bụ ọgaranya onwere ebe ị na-eje marakwa na onwe ebe ị na-eje andị ikwena ka ịdodo ndị mmadụ ebe a gwana anyị ji akwadobe ọgụ onye bụrụ na ọmụ maka o nwere eso ụmụ ya debe n'ọgụ na-ada ọ bụ na egbe ka ị nwere edo ezo n'ọgụ na-ada ọ bụ na ọgwụ ka ị na-agwọta a ji agwọta ọgwụ ụmụ Izrel jiri gwọọ ọgwụ na Baịbụl ama mụ na amakwa nke a na ntị ụmụ Izrel jiri ọgụ gụọ Baịbụl wee bụrụ na akọba bụ prosperity and ngwongwo na ngwongwo gwana ndị mmadụ na-alụ ọgụ na Baịbụl ihe niile ha na-agụrụ gị na Baịbụl ọbụ mmadụ anọ ebe jiri ọgụ agwaghị ha na ndị Filistia na-ewe lụọ Filistia n'ọdị n'obodo oyibo ọrụ na-afụ ụwa ka ọ dị Filistia n'ọdị n'eluigwe ụmụ Izrel ewee jekwa nke ekwute ụmụ Izrel mgbe anyị dị n'ụmụaka iche ma ụmụ Izrel ọ bụ na eluigwe ka ọ dị nekwa Izrel ebe enyi ha na-ekwu okwu ya Jerusalem obodo dị ya ọ bụ n'eluigwe ka ọ dị Jerusalem dị ebe eni ihe niile na Filistia dị ebe eni Corinthians ihe niile a na-agbaghị akwụkwọ ndị Corinthians dịka edere ndị ihe niile a bụ n'ụwa m na-aga na-abụ nọ ka o mee o ihe mere eme ebe a ihe mere eme and o nwere ndị o mere n'oge fa so n'oge nke anyị anyị eje ọgụ kwadoni ọgụ na ọgụ na-ada gbabazienụ ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ agbanwere ha weta ji weta rice weta nke a weta projekti ụnụ emewara projekti ya zuo n'ike projekti gbada na nke emetere emetere ibegwodu gbana ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada let people get ready because na ọgụ na-ada ihe akịta na-abụrụzikwa ọgụ ụmụazị ndị Igbo be anyị mụrụ na anya o ọgụ na-ada o a na-ekwu na ọgụ na-ada ma nkunu si aghọta mụ na na-aghọta ihe ịnakọta na enwude ga-ebere isi onye ụka egburu isi eti na akpa awa onwe ihe unu menwu enwude onye isi ndị ka na-egburu isi tọwa onwe ihe imenwu abịa n'ihu gara nwunye gị na ụmụ gị niile burezi igwe ucha ebere arabiri igbubere onwe ihe imenwu kwa estel fada agwa gị kụbakwa aka ịtọkwa ebe ihe na-akwa ka a na-agwa ụnụ ka abacha na-agwa ụnụ onwe ihe imenwu onwe ihe anwa menwu a nakata egburu fada isi ha irisie blak kpagharịa rituo mgbe ibi nọ mgbe eji bido igbu fada ka ha ji wee bido na-akpagharị na-eme protest oge mbụ wezie gị n'ụzọ ọma na ọ ga-adịcha mma gịnị gwara gị na ọ ga-adị mma onye ifuru ka ọ na-anwụ anwụ isi ya na ọ ga-adị mma kemgbe ọ ga-adị mma tell people na-enwere ọgụ na ọgụ na-akwado ịda n'obodo ọgụ na-ada n'obodo gwanwe ndị mmadụ ha sevu ihe ha ga-eji wee gaa lụ ọgụ onye nwere ego were kashi gị tii n'akpa na-esevukwu kachi na be gị ọ na-abụ ọgụ ada ị na-enye ndị agha onye agha nwude gị inye ego ọ ga-avali ugo dị ego ahụ inyere for the moment ọ gwa gị na-awa were ego a na-azụgodi onwe gị gbaa ile dị na-atụ ego adị ijekwa na bankị ahụ ị na-amakwa na ịkpatakwa aka kpatakwa ị na-esevukwa ego biko na bankị ga-efelu onye ọbụla mgbe ahụ maka na ọgụ anyị adada kịta eklozo bank agụ ewe bee gị ebe agụ ewe pịawa agha azụ so ndị ụka ka nnachi gwa nka gbanị ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ ekuzi n'ihe ọzọ na-agwa ha na ọgụ na-ada ọ maka ihe na nwụdebe gị n'aka ka iji ekweta na ọ na-eme a na-enwude ndị mmadụ n'aka ọgụ na-ada ọgụ na-ada and ọgụ aga-ada ihe edere na Baịbụl emere ụnụ kụnụ mata na ọya ada mana onwe onye chọrọ ịnụ ya kịta maka ọ dị gị ka na-azụta ego n'ime ahịa ọgụ na-ada tell people na-akwado elu ọgụ ịgwazara ihe ị na-ezi ya from January to December ofu ihe na-agwa ha ka ị na-agwa ha chenjere ha topik gwa na ha na ọgụ na-ada anaghị agụ some part na Baịbụl ka ha wee kweta na ọgụ na-ada ịga na Revelation ọgụ a na-ada na edere ya na ọ ga-ada mana ị naghị like ịgụ Revelation ọfụ ma ịgụ Revelation ihe ebe ya agụ ebe dị gị important ebe ndị ụka ya nụ wee like ya gị enye onye Project Sunday enye nke ndị fa ndị Chelsea enye nke ndị Man U enye nke ndị General enyezie nke ndị a na-akpọ Jesus Zone ihe niile na-enyekọcha mgbe ọ bụrụ ụnụ na-atọ na building ụnụ na-arụ nke rụrụ nke arụwa na-arụkasị ihe na-arụ ụnụ tozi na rebuild onwezi anaghị emezi ihe ọfọ o rebuild ihe nke arụrụ ochie arụgharịkwa ya nke arụgata ekpughepụ ya akụ ya parapet arụkwa ọzọ ụmụ ogbe ya na-ata afọ onwebe ebe ụka rụbara ihe rụba ụlọ ụka rụọ ọrụcha ogbenye soro tụọ ego arụcha ụlọ ụka nwe ogbe ya gụọ ya akwụkwọ gwa m ụlọ ụka ahụ the most expensive church enwe and the most expensive school enwere bụ ndị ụka nwunye mana ndị ga-atụ ego ya bụ ụmụ ogbenye rụsị ya ndị ahụ ụnụ na-eme ebiri ekpere Wednesday ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ maka ndị ọkọtụ bụ ndị nwere n'ego n'anya ụnụ ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ Holy Ghost ụmụ ogbenye na-enyekwara gị aka jakwa nakwa ndị big man ga-enyere ha aka faya ọfaya anụbịa anụcha mgbe ejozi iji wee ụmụ akwụkwọ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ ejekwa kpọrọkwa ndị ụmụ ọkọtụ ahụ dịka isi chie ya ajekwa kpọrọkwa ha ga-agụkwa ya maka price ị ga-eti ya ndị ga-emeta ọgwụgwụ ya bụkwa ndị ọkọtụ ahụ ị na-akpọkwa ọkọtụ kịta bikọz na ọkara gị wee nwee ego bụrụ onye ọkọtụ na-ada faya ndị ọhelu faya ka ụnụ dagidere megide ọnụ nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ helu nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ faya oreru ka ọchanja bidoro ịgba ọkụ ụnụ ncha agbafucha onwe ezi onye afọ ọ faya ụnụ tibere gbara ọchanja ọkụ kemgbe ahụ ụnụ agbaala ọsọ na faya onye ọbụla n'ọrụ onwe ya ya bụ ụta ndị iwe na-ewe m nke ụnụ ebidogokwa iwe m iwe n'ikpeazụ gbanị ndị mmadụ eziokwu hapụ ihe ụnụ na-agba ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada gbanị ndị mmadụ nsogbu anyị nwee iru kita no wande obu ndị esmen n'ime ọhịa ebe ị ga-agbaba ma alụba ọgụ ka ha jiri birigodi ebiridi ya den ebiri n'ime ọhịa kọnka ime ọhịa niile nne ga-agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo nna ga-agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo gbogote n'elu ala anyị na-ekwu okwu ha niile nọcha na junction niile esi abanye na bunu sil onwebụ ihe ịfụrụ onwebụ ihe ị chọrọ imepe anya ha niile nọcha na junction bunu ịnọkọta na azụbeghị bụ ka na kpamkpamkpamkpamkpa n'ụdịrọ na polisi akwụkwọ n'azụ ụlọ gị den ọgụ ada kịta ka ebe ị ga-ezo kịta arụsị niile dị n'obodo unu buru eburu sị na unu buru ya n'aha Jizọs unu eburu ya n'aha Jizọs were sọziere anyị n'aha onye kwani Jizọs unu na-akpafu unu na-egwu eweyo unu kwuo nke unu ekwu.
You see, this message, in as much as it's full with humor, it is a raw truth. It is a message that you must not take for fun. It is not something to laugh about. Every single thing that man said in that message are truth. There is war going on. The terrorists have occupied all the forests. In an actual sense, when there is a trouble, when there is war, people run into the forest to hide themselves. During the Civil War, from the story we have from our parents and great-grandparents, most of them hid in the forest. They went to the forest, they hid themselves under the grass, and they covered themselves up, and later on they will come out. But in this situation, the terrorists have taken over all the forests. If peradventure something happens, where are you going to run to? Where are you going to hide? They have taken over all the forests and they occupy it, and they are there, camping in all our forests with their weapon. And they are coming into the city in every junction and mounting surveillance everywhere. Some of you are not paying attention. You don't care. What bothers you is Mazi Simon Eba, who is in Finland, trying to secure you. You are calling for his head. What bothers you is Mazi Nandekano, who was in London, calling your attention for what is happening beside you. You didn't pay attention. I can bet you up till now, most of the time, things that happened in Nigeria, we report it here. The people in that country called Nigeria doesn't know about it. So many occasions, things will happen. We will report it and we'll discuss it on our platform. People who are in homeland don't even hear about it. You can imagine. Somebody will be in Anambra State. You'll be telling him what is happening, and he will say it's not happening. Meanwhile, this thing is happening in his own state. That is how careless some of us are. Your wishful thinking, say, oh, when we say, they say, God forbid. Oh, when you talk, they say, God forbid. You're saying God forbid cannot stop what is coming. You're opening your mouth to shout God forbid will never, ever, ever stop what is coming. The only thing that can stop what is coming is you taking action. If you refuse to take action, I bet you what is going to happen. You cannot be able to stand it. This warning has come from different angles, from different corners, in different ways. And I'm going to play another one for you. All these are warnings coming from different directions, from different dimensions. It is left for you to either take it or leave it. At the end of the day, you are going to see the consequence of your action, of your decision that you made.
I am just a messenger of the Most High. And this morning, he gave me a message for Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo, Bo, Okolia Igbo, Okolia Bo, that is their name. Ndi Igbo, Owesi Museum, Naga Nabia. Omono onye mwifi igwe for aga anụnwa. Naga Nabia, Okwa unu mwala wee jikere. Naga anụnwa na-abịa enwere mmadụ mmụọ enwere ike iweta ya. So biko ụmụnne m jikere kwadonu ka nke mee 1966 libido ndị mmadụ jere libido n'ụlọ biko onye nụkwa nyanụ onye chọrọ ịnụ yanụ na onye chọọ ya wele mere o nwere ndị na-asị na nna anyị ala anakwa m anyị ala ọkwa ozi ka na-eje nna anyị ba etu ndụ kabada ụmụ ozi o si uzie ndị Nigeria as a whole Nigerians mala amala na gọọmenti nọ na ọchịchị taa enwezi direction gbanwazi ebe a na-eme
ozuola ka nke a bụrụ ihe mmụta dịrị unu.
Messages are coming from right, from center, from middle, on different directions, from different voices, it is left for you to either listen or leave it. At the end of the day, every single message you are hearing here will stand against you when the time comes if you didn't do anything. If you refuse to take action, these messages you are listening to today will stand against you when the time comes. You wouldn't say you were not warned. You wouldn't say you are not told. If you refuse to act now that you still have the time, you will have yourself to blame. Listen to it.
Nigeria will never be one-party state. That's not a democracy. It's wrong to have allowed Atiku to succeed Buhari. It will be one Fulani after the other. As you see, the Fulanis killing people across the country. They want to appropriate the country.
Be careful of the use of words. You generalize.
Allow me to use my words, please.
No, I'm
use
saying
the words. I beg you. You might be very careful.
And there are good people.
I am speaking about national security. This is a national security issue.
Yes.
There is a war on. You want to pretend there's no war. There's a war
pretending. I'm only saying there are
a lot of you journalists are part of the problem. Who don't want to address the truth? A war on.
Yep.
Why are you saying you're not pretending? People have been killed everywhere. You're saying there's no war. What do you mean you're not pretending? You are. You are part of the problem in this country. Allow us to speak the truth so that people will know what's going on. People in the Benue cannot go to farm. People in Plateau cannot stay in their house. Those who are responsible for the war simply want to turn Nigeria into a settler colonial entity. And that's what's going on. You don't see that. You're seeing the politics. Forget about the politics. There is a real problem in the country. People are not sleeping at night. Even in daytime, our farmers cannot go to farms. I have food security problems. Why? The Fulani war across West Africa has finally bettered in Nigeria. And you don't want me to talk about it. Who are you afraid of? Who will hear it and we will die? It's the problem the country has gone wrong. Because a lot of you keep quiet. I'm aware of this. Please, when we have a problem like this serious national security issue, we must speak to it. Pretend it doesn't exist. It does exist.
You just had it.
Oh, God.
You just had it. They don't want to talk about it.
Oh, God.
They don't want to mention it. The media, what they are doing is once you mention it in the media, they will tell you, oh, no, this, and they will begin to play politics with it. They will tell you, don't call people's name, don't attach it to people. It is this, it is rainfall, it is different kinds of unnecessary excuses. And some of us are joining them in those excuses. Enough. Let me tell you, God is so merciful for us. Those of us that are indigenous in that Nigeria, God is so merciful because he gives us information ahead of time. And he creates gap and allow us to protect ourselves and prepare for what is coming. But yet, so many of us are not paying attention, they are sleeping. But I bet you, when this rain will fall, God save the Queen. Go ahead, my beloved brother, Christian. You're welcome. Thank you for joining.
Morning. Without delaying, my brother. You see, this very guy, I've seen him in the past. So I think he's activist or whatever. But man, boy, did he just hit the nail. The journalists, the media in Nigeria, they are part of the problem. They contribute maybe 40% or maybe even more to the problem facing everybody in the country because they don't speak truth. All what they care about is their stomach because they've been gagged, they've been given a script. This you have to say, this you cannot say. And there are people who are equally as complicit in the evil. And so therefore I don't make an exemption because I remember when this thing was also heating up at some point and the Showore was interviewed. The person was speaking exactly just as this very man was speaking, and Showore rebuked him, saying that he shouldn't give it ethnic coloration. You see, that is the way. That is when you become part of the problem. You can pretend to be part of the solution, but in actuality, you are not, because you have to be able to call a spade a spade. You know, so. No, all right, make I just come in 1 minute. Only if better now because
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay. So as you all are watching and seeing what is happening, if you do not wake up and do something, God is so merciful that He has given us enough chance to prepare ourselves. Whatever happens to you tomorrow, you have yourself to blame. Mazen Nandekanu did what he has to do. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa did what he has to do. And today, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze is there doing what she has to do. Before I give the mic to my beloved sister, Ojugo, let me read this update.
Okay.
Let me read this update. There is an update that we saw. This update is in United States of Biafra government posted it. It said breaking. The United States of Biafra government has just learned that the current Finnish government, through the deputy prosecutor, has charged the prime minister on grounds only known to them. It reads, the deputy prosecutor general has decided to charge Ekpa with public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent and participation in a terrorist group. The charges are part of the larger investigation in which the Central Criminal Police arrested 5 people, 4 of whom were suspected of financing a terrorist crime. 4 of the 5 suspects were released during the preliminary investigation. The charges were filed on Friday morning. The case will be heard in the Pijat Haman District Court. A hearing date has not yet been set. Note, they failed to announce to the public that the charges against the 4 Biafrans have been dropped, as their investigation did not yield any result. As the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, stated during the Independence Convention, that this is now between Finland government, Biafran government, and the terrorist Nigerian regime. We wait for more updates coming. You see, our leaders have done their best. While the globalists are playing their role, trying to do everything they can to see that they stop us, we will not allow them to stop us. We will continue to do what we have to do. Whatever charges they brought will be tested in court. And we are waiting for that date to be fixed while we watch and see what the Finland authorities are going to do. My beloved sister Ojugo, let's hear from you. Go ahead and talk to us, my sister Ojugo.
Okay, my brother Chucks. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning, my other brother that is there in the house and those in the comment section.
Yeah, Christian.
Okay. So, I just have a question to ask. And my question is, where is that reverend that was kidnapped and paid 100,000 million? What is he doing to make sure that no other person experience what he experienced? Because what I learned is, when you experience something, you will not allow your siblings to experience, especially if you experience something bad. You will do everything possible to make sure that none of your siblings experience the same thing, because you will use your own experience to teach them lesson, to teach them so that such a thing does not happen to them. How is he participating? Since we have Biafra government, how is that clergyman participating to make sure this kidnapping stopped? I don't see his participation. I don't see it at all, because the kidnapping still continues. There are video clip moving around where they have a bunch of men, and I saw a lady there. They were torturing them in the bush at the back of our houses. This bush is ours. We own land in Biafra land. Who own all these lands? That's these people stay in those lands to commit this crime. The brother that was really lamenting and calling it spade a spade. What is he doing? Where is he? He was speaking the language of our forefathers. Where is he? He is needed right now. What is he doing? How is he participating? Because and the one holding microphone was laughing like this was a joke. It's not a joke. Nnamdi Kanu came to the court and was really pointing to the media. You are part of the problem. You, the media is number one problem that they have in Nigeria. You see the media, you see the church, these two entities. Because people come in crowds, in numbers, in the church. The pastor, the priest, whatever they name themselves, cannot stand up on the pulpit and tell the people there is war. And tell the people, save yourself. And tell the people, hey, the DSS man, did you ever hear him talk? He said, you should save yourself. Whatever you can use to save your life, please use it to save your life. I don't think they announce those things on the pulpit. What they will say is, oh God of Israel, Israel is right now fighting for their life.
On daily basis.
Israel is right now with the physical weapon and ammunition fighting for their life, fighting for survival. Our people are in the church calling the God of Israel. How would the God of Israel not be there for Israel and put their hands, let their God fight them? And they are carrying weapons to fight. These things is what I don't understand. That's why I said the media, the church are the worst entities that we have in Nigeria. Because you cannot speak the truth and the media will allow it. No, they will shut you down. They will shut you down completely. Because the government sees up all these avenues. They took them off. Whatever that you can, where people will hear your voice, they lock it up. The only thing that they don't know how to lock up the social media, all of them, they would have done that. Because I heard them trying to pass whatever in their house or whatever they are passing, about social media in the Senate.
Yeah, they've been making the plan for a long time.
They've been making the plan. So if they have that avenue to shut down anything media, they will do that. So that's what their network in their country are doing. They shut them down. So you cannot speak. Once you mention that name, Fulani, no. They want to shut you down. And the idiot shutting you down is suffering the same thing. Cannot even buy fuel. Maybe he has a car and it's parked in the house because he can't even gas it to come to work. What are you pretending for? Like life is better for you? Are you buying in a different market? Are you taking a gas from a different gas station? No. Why the pretense? Why can't the church stand on the pulpit and tell the people how to save their life? Rather, they themselves have guns in their houses. In their parish, they all have guns. I can give you instances. I can give you instances of mention all the parishes that the priests, they all have guns to secure their life. And you cannot, they're announcing this, the government, the whole government body is announcing this, that you should save. A priest, a pastor cannot stand on the pulpit and say, hey, my people, save your life. They cannot open their dirty mouths. All they're talking about is miracle, miracle, miracle. Where is the miracle? Where you're committing evil. All of them are all evil. Sleeping with the people's wife, girls. How can you be clean? You said you will not. You will abstain from this, and yet you go to backyard and you're doing it. What is that spirit of God with you? It's gone. That's why they cannot call a spade a spade. And people are dying. You don't see people coming out to say, hey, what are they organizing? Can they organize their Boy Scout, all those things they have in the church, to go inside the bushes and get all these people? They cannot. What are they doing with the government that we have now? They all know.
Where are they going? Where are they coming from? Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Subhanallah.
Why can't they support the government to make sure that this is not, this made the message you get from the government to your people? That's the work of the pastors and the priests. That's what they should be doing, because they have that opportunity. They have the money that the poor are contributing to them. They can buy data. When you read all those things on YouTube, on Twitter, why can't you come on the pulpit and let the people know this is what is going to educate them?
We can't hear you. We cannot hear you anymore, my sister. We cannot hear you anymore. We can't hear you. Check your network or system. Check your phone. We can't hear you anymore. Try it again. Maybe you go out and come in again. So, my fellow Biafrans, my brother Christian, you can go on and complete your line of thought. When she comes back, she can now continue.
Okay. Yeah. What was I? Okay. So, yeah, I think I was talking about the man who was just calling it for what it is.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's I don't know. I just personally, yeah, we talked about this thing, but I feel sorry for the people because it's like people who are already like bought and sold already, because what I see is just a situation where the people, they're like, like they are being led to the slaughterhouse. It's just a matter of time before it begins to happen. The government, Tinubu, is it's just that he's not moving fast enough. They are turning against him because he's not moving at the pace that they wanted him, based on the promise why they allowed him to go and sit on that seat. So that is just the disagreement or the bitterness they feel towards Tinubu, because they cannot say that it's because of economic that he's not performing well economically. No, never, because these are not people. This caliphate, they don't believe in economy. Absolutely not. There are people. The Nigerian economy is been bad for almost forever, and they don't even want their people to be better off. They eat on not before street and they chop. Babiala, they carry plates up, so they don't care about development. So why they are insisting on removing Tinubu come 2027 is because Tinubu is not. He's not doing anything to stop them. The plan Islamization and Fulanization. Tinubu is not doing well enough to stop it, but at least he's not moving fast enough, because there are also like people who feel like they have to do it now and get over it. That is just what is happening. Unfortunately, they are foot soldiers. They are planted everywhere. They are almost ready to go. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I keep saying it everywhere I speak, every platform. I say, go and mark. It's going to happen, because Nigeria is a sitting dunk. Ready is not. Oh my goodness. So obviously, like that man who was speaking, they've also many attempts. They've tried to take him out. That very Igbo man who spoke something catchy, whatever. I can't remember his name exactly. Yeah, they've tried severally. He stays in the north, but he moves around. He has a lot of information. So you see how he confronted that journalist. Evil bunch of people, evil. When there's one VOP or something like that. One time when they started, and this the lady, she has her own YouTube channel now. So one day I came in there, I was telling her so many things, sort of, and I asked questions. I said, who is the owner? Who are the owners of this VOP? He said, why am I asking that? What does that got to do? Based on their program, the things they say, the things they cannot say, I just knew that something is not right. So when I think then I talked about disintegration or separation of every region. He said that they are not allowed to talk about that in this program. She told me. So, but eventually she left them. I don't know, maybe they fired her or she fired herself. She have her own YouTube now. So you can clearly see that all these people, they are all in it, like the channel, the Arise. When you go and dig deep, if you go and carry out the research, you will see how they are being funded by the same people who have, working with the globalists, have made up their mind that Nigeria should not just remain one, but it should be an Islamic enclave. They are being sponsored by the Emirates. So this whole thing is going to be very unfortunate. The only thing, like I've been saying too, is that a region that is able to prepare themselves in readiness, they will survive it. And those who are not able to come together to form a group, at least to be able to put up a fight, so that you don't just roll over, they will just be taken out easily and completely. It's going to happen. So I saw a program you showed yesterday. That was a beautiful one, in the sense that is a video that we could have just dealt with, because I think it was yesterday you played it. This Okoro guy, and there's another one with a little bit of speech impediment. And when I was watching it, I was just feeling, I was so bitter inside, the level of lies and deception. So I just knew, but I've always known that he's working, that very, I can't remember his name now. Anosike or something like that. These are people who are working with the politicians. They spin the facts. They one day they speak this, the next minute they speak that, because even when they speak the truth, you can see that it's not coming from the heart. You know, they asked him about Nnamdi Kanu. He said that the guy asked him, so okay, if they release Nnamdi Kanu now, will it stop the insecurity in the southeast? He said it will bring it down, but it will not stop it completely. Can you imagine that? So he tried to toe the line of Soludo. Okay, they asked him, and the guy asked him again, so if they give referendum to Biafrans now, what do you think will be the outcome? He said that, in other words, that people will not want to leave Nigeria. That is what he said. Because referendum is yes or no, right? Those who want to be out of, who want Biafra, he said that no, we win. Because he said so many things. I mean, this was the video you played yesterday. If he was now...
That guy, Anosike, is one of the most idiotic man in that VOP. One that talks like a stammerer, right?
Speech impediment, yes. There are mad people. Oh, my goodness.
Very mad person. This is somebody who claimed he was working with the Wazirika before. He said he was a member of Mossad.
Okay.
He claimed he was a member of Mossad before. You can imagine. Somebody who said he's a member of Mossad, the kind of things that comes out of his mouth. He was the one that came to national TV and he was saying that they should execute Mazi Simon Ekpa.
I had it, yeah, I had it.
For execution of Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Yeah.
And even on this very recent one again, when they are, when they are talking about this Heroes Day celebration, he said anybody that comes out for that Heroes Day celebration to stop anybody or to force anybody to stay at home, that they should execute the person.
Can you imagine?
That has been every time he's always calling for execution of his own people in that very studio. Every time.
Yeah.
On camera, he's always calling for execution of Biafra. But he will never say that about the Fulanis.
Exactly.
He will never make such comment about it. That man is one of the most idiotic person in that very studio.
Very, very idiotic. Very, very. Because obviously, oh my goodness, you see the guy. Yeah, but I just forget my line of thought. But I can only say that. I can only say that. Look, this is how it goes for the most part. You cannot be. Him who is down doesn't fear falling. Why do I say this? If God keeps us alive, eventually we are going to see what will happen, because they can call you what okay, today Finland, Finland is playing out the script of the globalist that the British and the zoo, they were able to cajole them into. So they're just playing a script, But the same, I think it was 2 days ago, I saw a guy shaking hand with Donald Trump. And this guy, do you know that this guy is now like the leader or president of Syria? And this guy, some years back, a bounty was placed on his head. A $10 million US bounty was placed on his head because they called it. They said he's a terrorist, so they proscribed or outlawed him, and they placed this bounty on his head. And 2 days ago, he was eating and dining with Donald Trump, and Trump described him as a strong man.
That is how the world works. That's how it works. You don't just fold your hand. You don't fold your hands and expect the freedom to be given to you in platter.
Exactly. Forget the name they're gonna call you. Because even Mandela, all these people were. So my message.
Mandela was called a terrorist.
Okay.
His name was still in the list of terrorists in the United States until he died, though.
Okay.
His name was still there.
Yeah. So that's my message to our people at the forefront and every one of us. You can't be hiding. And eventually, so there's nothing to fear about. I go and speak where I have to speak, where I can speak, because at the end of the day, we think go be. So what is there to fear? If God keep like this in Namika, you will see. Like I keep saying, what is going to happen moving forward in the world when all is said and done, is going to become. It will be described like our PM as men who stood in that is too strong You know, even in the face of a bully and intimidation and conspiracy and gang up everything. That's how the world works. I said, this guy who was a terrorist, described as a terrorist, they are trying to take him out in every way possible, place millions on his head. He's today eating and dining with American president. How do you describe that? So, my brother, the thing is, we just have to move on, no matter what. No matter what. You can fool some people sometimes, you can't fool all the people all the time. So we know what is going on. Finland, also, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. They've already placed themselves in that position of enemy to Biafra. So that has been established now, because before everything started, PM, he told them everything. He let them know what he was going to embark upon. And he was more or less, was not disturbed. He continued. And now, because they now ganged up everything when they joined NATO, I knew personally when they were agitating to join NATO, I knew something was going to happen, you know. So it is what it is, my brother. So that, yeah, but you can't be one. I'm not going to do that.
Thank you so much. You see, just like the video I am playing now, you can see the terrorists where they are in the bush. Helicopter coming there to supply them with arms and give them whatever they want.
Yeah.
So when we are talking about taking over the zoo and Nigerian government being involved in terrorism, they think it's a lie. And allegedly, I just heard that recently that the police came and claimed ownership to the helicopter. That they went there for peace discussion or whatever, however they described it. You see, when you see this kind of things playing out and you are being warned to prepare, you still think that Mazen Nandek and Mazen Simon is your problem. Dr. Ngozi is your problem. You think that the Biafran people are your problem. You are an indigenous person in Nigeria. You are seeing helicopters supplying arms, and your police is coming to defend them, defend the helicopter, to claim ownership.
So they went to meeting. After the meeting, they came and dropped the terrorists in their camp. Can you imagine something?
I can't just understand. You know, in Nigeria, every story flies. Whatever you tell them, they take it.
Yeah.
They take any. You can come and tell them that fowl have grown teeth in the night. Everybody will just go along and say, yes, it's true. Yeah. You tell them that now a cow has wings and can fly. They will just agree and move on with you.
Yeah.
That is how the country functions. We are mad people are living. It is sad, but that is the situation. Let's hear from our brother Akonye Wetere. And before Akonye Wetere speak again, there is another video again. When we talk, you know, when they are focusing on the Biafran people, the arrival of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land.
Where are they going? Where are they coming from?
These are Fulani. The terrorists arrive in Yoruba land. You can see. And I want you to listen. When they were confronted, they will say they came to war for Dangote. Just listen.
Where are they going? Where are they coming from?
Imagine.
Who sent them to here? Who sent them down here? May God Almighty help us. So
it will help you.
Where are they coming from? Where are they going? Who asked them to come? Who will invite these people?
Your brother invite them.
In the front of KTLF, he said, what are they looking for? Where are they coming from? Where are they heading to?
Mazi, can I just say something quickly? You know, Kendi Yoruba, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wallah, don't enter Yoruba land, Baba.
Yoruba, their own, is another one entirely. Because why they are busy, you know, fermenting hatred against Ndibo, a very kind of old, should I say, eternal enviousness and hatred for no reason. Look at what they just did with this jam result. We knew how it got. It's not the first time. They've been doing this thing it's just hatred and envy to bring a people down. Meanwhile, they take their eyes off the ball, and they think that this working with the North so that, you know, they can, like, more or less share Nigeria among themselves and rotate the power and the wealth back and forth is going to save anybody. the rain will fall, and nobody's roof will be exempted. So this thing they are doing, Tinubu pretending all this, or whether he sacked the Jambu, whatever board or whatever, it's just a way they cultivated this hatred. So, and we know these things, but it's unfortunate too that some of our people, either they don't know, or they are coward, or because the things they benefit, yeah, sorry, my brother. So that is the situation.
Wọ́n sọ lélẹ́yìí ibo làwọn bíbí ti ń bọ̀ tí wọ́n fi pọ̀ tó báyìí tí wọ́n fi wọlé àwọn oníwọ̀n aláwọn gan wọlé báyìí ní group báyìí kí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe ibo náà ń lọ iṣẹ́ òun náà fẹ́ wá ṣe ibo náà ti fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe pọ̀ tó yìí ẹ̀rí pa ṣe finish.
afa ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀nà ẹ̀wọ̀n kọ́ńsó ẹ̀.
Bàbá ìgbàgbé náà yẹn wọ́n máa ń ṣe fún wọn tó ṣe wà yìí because of election 2027 àwọn people ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan báyìí o ẹ bá jẹ́ ń tàn yín because of election 2027 wọ́n ti ń plan ahead tó ṣe wà yìí because of 2027 election just because.
That is how blind they are. Everything for them is about election.
Yeah. Which work? Dangote.
This is a complete terrorist. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at a very strong and healthy man like this. Well-trained terrorist. And that idiot is talking about election. You think they are there for your election? Just imagine their mentality. Everything about them is just, they are driving their mind at election. When people are there to take over your land, you can see terrorists. Look at this man that he came to work for Dangote.
Yeah.
Dangote brought him. It's a pity.
Go to the refinery. Waiting, I won't go do there. What type of work?
That's according to the grass.
God of mercy. And I won't go cut grass for Dangote refinery and I plenty like this. Baba. At the finish.
You want to go and cut grass in Dangote refinery?
I'm not Look at
the healthy man like this. Look at him. A soldier.
Everybody finish. Everybody
Fulani soldier.
Àwọn náà allow wọn ibùdó àwọn bíbí ti wá tó báyìí. How they perish here? Who asked them to come?
Ask your brother.
Where are they going? Who invite these people? Baba, ẹ̀rí pé àti tán lẹ̀ pàápàá ẹ̀rí pé àti tán lẹ̀ ẹ̀rí pé àti tán yányán.
Which state be this one?
Tó ṣe máa pa àwọn èèyàn rẹpẹtẹ.
Okay.
Ọ̀tẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ anybody wọn kọ́ máa dúró náà kọ́ máa padà síbi tó ti ń wá kọ́ máa padà lọ síbi tó ti ń bọ̀ wá kọ́ máa yẹ káwọn bíbí kan dúró mi báyìí kọ́ sún wọn lẹ́mí dáríjì tán ṣe wà yìí. Chai, we don finished.
No, I don't never finish. My brother Akonyo Wetere, go on and speak to us. Let's hear you out. Akonyo Wetere, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Akonyo Wetere. Are you there? You're unmuted. I'm not sure Akonyo Wetere is there. He cannot unmute. I'm not sure he's there. So, my brother, you see what we are saying about this insecurity in Nigeria. But the funniest thing is that these people have failed to look inward. If you look at these idiots now, they are busy talking about the Biafra people.
Yeah.
People who want to save themselves, who want to be free.
Yeah.
Your own problem is that they must be in that captivity with you.
Exactly.
They must be in that captivity. And this is how dangerous Nigeria is. You see one thing there. A Yoruba man measure his success with a Biafran.
Yeah.
As long as he's ahead of a Biafran man, no matter how his suffering is,
it doesn't matter.
His own suffering is less than that of a Biafran person. He's just okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
Just imagine. Look at soldiers that were brought to their land. Look at them.
Yeah.
An idiot that is commenting their second, they brought them because of election. What election did they bring them for? What election? What election? The man said they came to work in Dangote refinery. What are you going to work there? He wants to go and cut grass.
Oh, God. They are busy. They are busy chasing Igbos in Lagos.
Chasing Igbos in Lagos.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Fulanis are taking over their land.
Yeah. Oh, chunga kukumada. You know.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
My problem is some of us who call ourselves Igbos. We are even worse than these Yorubas.
Yeah, that is true. Very true.
Some of us are worse than the Yorubas.
Yeah.
Something like this Anosike you are talking about. Anytime I hear that guy's voice, when I used to post his videos, I want Biafrans to see the kind of people you have. Some of our Igbo people are, they are, when you hear them, you feel like crying.
Yeah.
When you hear them open their mouth and speak, you feel like crying. Just like in that video, where this man was asking that they should just get Master Simon and execute him. They should execute him. No need to take him to court.
Yeah.
Recently, he's saying that anybody that sits at home, anybody that come out of a forced sit at home, that the military should open fire on such person and just shoot him to death.
Mazi, you know, even with Oku, that yesterday, he said that they are appealing to the federal government to bring the military to the southeast so that students who want to go for exam, the military can protect them. The guy asked him, the interviewer asked him, again, you are asking the military to come to southeast. Oh my word.
That man is just insane. I don't know why they are bringing him in that studio. Completely is a man who cannot even express himself. I don't know how he managed to become whatever he say he is.
Every time on also,
even on our even now, so put something reasonable.
Exactly. Nothing.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
I have never seen him make any reasonable point for once. Never. A man who hates himself. Just imagine calling for the president of the military in a place where people are already calling. You saw the estimate I brought yesterday.
Yeah.
The explosion in Biafra land.
Billion.
2 months, they explored 21.8 billion.
Yeah.
21.8 billion naira was extorted from people in Southeast alone in 2 months.
I saw a program from that our sister Lisa she was so bitter about this jump issue, you know, and I said, okay, but it's the same. You are obedient, so you are one Nigerianist. Now
I don't pay attention to those idiots.
It's good to imagine. For me, I always like, you know, to identify, you know, with these people, because at the end of the day, everybody, you know, go reap within them. So one word like this, now. So even he comes tomorrow and try to downplay, or we know whom he is. We know the havoc they've wreaked over the years, because, like you said, these are the people calling for the head of Simon Ekpa, a guy who put everything on.
Don't have direction. Calling for the head of Simon Ekpa to execute him.
Yeah,
just like this Lisa. Today she's talking about Biafra. Tomorrow she's talking about P2B. The next minute she's talking about it. People who can, just like the other one you call his name yesterday also.
Okechukwu. Yeah. They have Rror.
You cannot be consistent in your demand. Just be consistent in one thing and focus on what you want.
Yeah.
And when you see this bunch of idiots, you begin to know how important Mazen Nandekano is.
Yeah.
In the midst of all the challenges, in all the gifts they have given him, in all the posts, all the promises, he is asking them, let my people go. As simple as that.
We are blessed to be in this position and to have this opportunity at this given time. It's just sad. It's just really, really sad that our people are either for whatever reason to unify and speak, not all, but at least like those who already believed in Simon Ekpa, you know, come together rather than this division and strife among them. This would have been a very big opportunity, because even though what I said about Trump, you know, but he's not somebody who's going to say, okay, allow these globalists to come and conspire against Ngozi Orebeze. Not that they won't try, they will try. right? But it's not going to be the same as like Finland. I've said this thing too in the past. It's not going to be the same with like Finland, for example, because the problem of Finland when it comes to this our quest for freedom started right from when the war, Russia-Ukraine war started. That was when the whole problem. That's when the music changed. Because what happened was that whether for the fear of Russia invading, because they have a common border, very close common border. So they also, it could also be a sentiment because all these years, Russia has not invaded them since they got their independence from Russia. Russia has never interfered or tried to, nothing, absolutely. But what happened is they went to NATO, said they want to join so that they will have that umbrella shield over Russia, sort of. Then that was when British stepped in, the golden opportunity that the British were looking for. So because what happened is they tried to go in, Turkey blocked them because the NATO charter gives that veto power to any one membership to stop another from coming in if you have objection, sort of like marriage, you know. So when Turkey raised objection, preventing Finland from joining, then Britain came in and said, look, we can make it happen, but this is what you have to do. That there is this guy trying to put sunshine for our Gary, for the zoo, that you have to shut him down. That if you do that, we have the power, the influence, what it takes to bring you into NATO. And that's exactly what happened. So Finland, they just cowered in, and that is what is playing out now. But that is not to say that is the end of the game, because until it's over, it's not over, you know. But that is just exactly what happened. About that leverage, they won't have it on this particular administration. Yeah, one thing with the guy is that he believes, like I said, that transitional mindset. If you do for me, I do for you. You know, that is his nature. Even when it's happening in South Africa, when he brought in some white Afrikaners into, that was engineered by Elon Musk, you know, because he's from there. Elon Musk was born and brought up there too, you know. So, and because he spent millions and millions to get him elected, he worked so hard for his re-election, you know. So obviously, if you work for him, if you do for him, he will do for you. But it's unfortunate that we did not have that avenue, or we really otherwise. But yeah, so that is the situation, my brother. But nonetheless, God will always have the last laugh. So I've never in 1 minute have a doubt about what is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It may take time, but it's going to happen because it's a commission. It's something that God has commissioned. How, when, I cannot tell you specifically, because the enemies are fighting too. No, make no mistake. You know, before the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, we are very close, and we rebuilt. Then, before this issue with Simon Ekpa, we also, that was going to be like the last straw that breaks the camel back. If an MSC man, or if MSC man, no, but again, something happened, and God knows why there's all this delay here and there, but it will happen eventually. I guess it's his time. Okay, Chuku, okay, Meli, but we just have to keep, you know, pushing. That is the situation. Hello?
Let's hear from you, my brother Akonyo Wetere. Take the mic. Let's hear from you. I hope you can be able to speak now. Unmute yourself, Akonyo Wetere.
Good afternoon.
No, you're welcome.
Fellow Canadian and I hear them. Uncle Christian, the Brito.
My brother, Udo the Lega Akonyo Wetere. Keki me.
Fine, sir. Uncle Chu. I don't know if where will I start? I will keep saying it. If we have more people like you, because this is what we need now. At least we have engaged wise, and it seems that we fail. But it is the minority, the minute number of us understood the game and tend to understand the reality, the real meaning of what we are fighting for. There is one thing on pressure changing on this 3 days ago, David Hundeyin. I know we might have disagreed with the guy, but this popular saying here that if you remove no from nonsense, that you'll be left with sense. So when they are coming with their hypothesis, at least you can pick up some things because he was so emphatic that Google and check. Do you know that William Ruto was once indicted by ICC? That the last charge, the case he had with ICC, they bargain on if you drop it, then you make you the president of Kenya. So this is what we are facing, and these are the depth knowledge that majority of us that are in this trouble need to understand. These are the messages. It is only truth and we go 247 that are doing it. Bringing out extracts, analyzing issues, telling reality, talking reality into things. Some of our brothers that are working with USD, I've told them, please stop giving popularity to these guys. Whatever they say, let them say. See, let me tell you something. My body have developed anti-genes with them. I don't even see them recognize them again. Because what they are doing, what we are trying to become, is not even impacting anything on our quest. Rather, it makes us look stupid. People that can cognitively reason, when they see us, they say, who are these idiots? Who are these charlatans? That's why all these opposition monster call it to call us miscreants. And when you look in depthly on what we are doing, you see that the number of miscreants among us are plenty. See this thing, you are bringing it, connoting them. You bring this message, you fuse it together. The real meaning and the intentions of the people that are staying on our neck. You now unveil the clearer picture of how they are reasoning. Uncle Christian and Marx and other ones, when they dabble into geopolitics, you now the real meaning of the real intention of the West, you unveil it. The listener will see it. All these things they are doing. Who told you that if we have been able to be fused and full with the knowledge of the meaning of the world we are, the knowledge of the meaning of what we are fighting for, they will leave us. They've tested the waters once on MNK. Because even if you look at things now, you see that the apprehension of Wazirike was also engineered by the West. But he himself, he capitulated. When the pressure was much, he had to put down everything. Because all the things is happening today. The remember where the people in Alamo was where the man because I'm not the man they bad that crusade, and that early 1990 late 90s down, so 2000 now. Okay, crusade there. But they Hana with intention, your pure heart intention, they just on the buy, it shows you people problem of ourselves. And the more when Bonya Konya with it, based na ignorance, greediness, envy, and jealousy. And these three things, the moment based and na every day, but because of the war. When we hear Uncle Christian about when they open Manu Gano, na he push hate, he manufacture hate, he right around the Kazi, make them deal. Before they know it, they will take over their destiny. Let me tell you, the reason why you see their own quest for self-actualization or they got deconnected, that 67-70 war, that is where the genesis of our problem started. Coupled with the church, because during then we saw church people as the let me say religion, which Christianity dominated our side. We saw them as the people that are helping us. And the problem, both Africa, they have the whole problem of Africa religion, both Judaism, this thing, in my and the mother, na enwe take me and what is the West, both in West and everything the same thing. Israelites analog today. Were you there? Were we there? Do you know if there is anything called Israel? Did you have any influence on the name of your community? Did you have any influence? Do you know how, if you did not go deep and ask, did you know how that name Akopa started to be? Me, my village in Ebonyi, where I'm from, is Ogidiga. Can I come and say that this I had any influence on my grandfather or my forefather influenced the name? We are the religion, let's say the Christianity on the eastern part, Nona God of Israel. So okay, how many Israel had our God to go and fight, but had the busy manufactured drone, the busy in late 90s, so was it early 90s, so had Iron Dome.
We can't hear you. Check your network. I call you with it. We can't hear you again.
Okay, so let's see the Kuma brother. I hang on one habu. Okay, now the Kuna.
Okay, go ahead.
Now the Kuna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on one how Kako Bible say Bala Yama. No God of Israel. How it depend on that God do? I depend upon alliance with the other superior power nation like US and other and Germany. Then with they are still lamb and for the lie made their enemy attack. But I want to ever live sheepishly and the foolish. People are still happy to keep the rich. Even if Pan Africa one day where they go to Pan Africa. But so buna. Na si nye ego ka ha rụọ na ha need ego ha. Enwe ha na such leaders now, development adị.
You're breaking up. Akonye with it. You're breaking up. We can't hear you anymore. You're breaking up. Maybe you go out and come in again. We can't hear you again. Akonye with it. You're breaking up. I know your network problem is always there. So let's go. My sister Ojugo, you're welcome back. Thank you for coming back. You can complete your line of thought. Go ahead and take the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I was hearing you very loud and clear, and I don't know if they shut my mouth up because, yeah, there was no reason. I look at my Wi-Fi is so full. So
that is it. Sometimes they are scared of hearing our voice. Sometimes they won't even allow some people to get the notification or even come in.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my sister.
They're so crazy because we're on the truth. We're speaking the truth. We're asking our people, these people that have had bad experience, like what are they doing currently? We have United States of Biafra. We have the Biafra redeclared. They know all this. They've seen all this. They've heard about it. What are they doing to support this government to make sure our brothers, our sisters does not go through what they went through? That was my line of thought because I can't go through pain. I can't go through something that I know is avoidable and then allow somebody that I know to go through it, unless I am not aware of that. But I will tell you, this is what I experienced. Avoid this. Let's do this. You know, like I was saying before they knocked my head off there, that's what the pastors are supposed to be preaching to our people. When DSS man said, save yourself, save yourself. We don't have enough security to save you. These people supposed to come to their pulpit to people on the ground because they are close to villages, they are close to people, they are close to those that cannot afford data because these people that cannot afford data contribute for them to get data. So why can't they, for crying out loud, get this data and preach to these people to understand, to know, to be aware of what is going on? That's their job. That's their job. So, I don't know. We just continue preaching and we'll continue to talk. And I think, well, I don't know what time or what the government is doing. And I like the way they're doing what they're doing, like now bringing it out to social media. But the bushes, these governors of the United States of Biafra in homeland, since we have 40 military bases, they need to start the bushes so bad. Kedu otu ndị a ga-esi na ọ na-azụ backyard na ana nke anyị na-emedicine and we all land. Ana Igbo abụrụ ebe a na-asị enwe onye nwe ana. Anyị na-enwe ana n'ala Igbo. So wherever boot ha na-anọ na-eme ya, ọ mmadụ nwe ya. Mmadụ nwe ya. Does it mean that, ndị nwe ana amara na a na-eme distance in their land? So ndị security eye, we cannot be seeing this thing. It hurt me. I couldn't stand to watch that video. A lady was there wearing a jean with other guys and they were torturing them. I've been imagining what will happen to that lady. Because the lady own is the worst. Dirty people. I pity for that lady. I don't know. Those really is so sad. That's why I'm mad with these pastors and priests, all of them. I'm mad with them. Because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They should bring this preaching, what is going on to the grassroots. It's their job, for crying out loud. Our security need to start saying their job before was all the bushes, they were going and they were pursuing them. So I don't know, now we are government, the government know better and how we're going to do that. But you see that thing that is still going on in our land? It's heartbreaking. It's really, really heartbreaking. We need to start looking for a way to start combing all the bushes. Since we have 40 military bases now, or base now, we need to start going bushes and start combing our bushes out. We don't need to be seeing this thing. We don't. Thank you. That was my line of thought before the enemy, but shame on them. I had the opportunity to finalize my thought.
They will be tired.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. And we must continue, my fellow Biafrans. The atrocities of these people against us is so enormous, and we must be strong. Never give up. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, you must be focused. The defense of our land is now. The enemies are not giving up. They are not playing, they are not relaxing. And we must not play, we must relax. Just like my sister was asking. Everyone, those ones that brought message for us, it is good to bring a message, but what have you done after bringing that message? In as much as we know that many of them are in the zoo, and we know that in the zoo, once you bring an information that is very important, the next time they are going to warn you, gag you, and make sure you don't speak again. That is what we have been seeing in that contraption called Nigeria. That every time somebody comes to give an information, the next minute The next moment, you will not hear from that very person again. Either they want the person not to speak, or they condition the person and put the person in a tight corner that the person you cannot hear the voice of the person anymore. And for the fact that they are in that zoo, they will have no choice than to bow to the pressure. That is why when you see what Mazen Nandekano is going through today in the zoo, every one of us need to appreciate him.
Let me interrupt you. They don't have excuse. There are different ways they can support this government. There are different ways. They can financially be anonymous, because there are people in the homeland that are financially contributing, and they are anonymous. They can be anonymous.
You're right.
They can be anonymous. They can be reaching to the government that find a way to reach our government and keep it anonymous. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. You are very correct. Of course, anybody that wants to do anything to secure his or her land, you don't need to, there is no excuse to give. You must look for a way to make your own contribution and make sure your voice is being heard. That is the way it should be. You don't need to wait for anybody to come and beg you, or anybody to come and plead with you or gag you. Or there's no excuse, because this thing that is coming, when it's going to happen, it's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect everybody. And that is one thing some of them fail to understand, that when these people finally come in, they are not going to ask you whether you are a member of IPOB, or you are supporting Mazen Simon Eba, or you're supporting Mazen Nandekano, or you are this or that. They're not going to ask you if you are Igbo, you are Efik, you are Ijo, you are Ibanke, or no, they're not going to ask that. We know how to operate. These are a bunch of terrorists, and they are well equipped. Sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. You see them every day giving them more weapons. Every day they are handing over weapons to them. Every day they are handing weapons to them. And in everything we say, there are evidence. You saw the one of helicopter supplying them their needs in their forest. And the government of Nigeria allegedly coming to defend the helicopter, that is a police helicopter, that they went there for address.
Yeah, lies.
You see?
And Maz, you know, the worst part of it is that there is to show clearly, even if you are blind, you can see that the government has a hand in the terrorism, because they are integrating them, like they said, or rehabilitating them. But those ones, because they've been doing it for some time now, they will go inside, gather information, and pass it on to their people who are on the outside invading, and sometimes they will now revolt inside, slaughter the people, take their weapons, and they run away. And the government still continue on this part, because I think it was last week I heard again that about 300 and something are being this word Jesus Christ. Hey, you keep doing the same thing. You are radicalizing them. You are putting them into the military and police and society. They are causing havoc, and you keep doing it. What does that tell you? So they are just as guilty as the terrorists.
Exactly. And my brother, have you ever thought about the fact that for the fact they have been doing this radicalization for a very long time now,
and nothing changed.
We are supposed to be seeing
the result.
Weakened.
Yeah.
Weakened.
But they get stronger.
The report we are getting from the Senate directly is that they are now more equipped and more sophisticated than before. Today
they get stronger.
Military drones.
Yeah.
That's what they are using today.
Coming from Iran. Iran allow that thing. You see that military drone, eh? Iran, because they are using it in this war going on in Russia, between Russia and Ukraine. That's the drone. It's a sophisticated drone causing a lot of, my goodness. So you can see the level of what, again, when we speak like this, I don't know, okay, maybe it falls on deaf ear, that's fine, but I can guarantee you that rain is going to fall. sooner than anyone can imagine, because they are building up their artilleries, they are getting better, stronger, they are just spraying all over. Oh my goodness.
And they have tested the water and they see that there is no defense anywhere.
Exactly. So
they have captured everywhere, even in the military, in the senior officers, most of them are involved in it.
Yeah.
To the presidency. You can't get you can't hear anything from them.
Yeah.
When they have the vice president, somebody who was fully involved in Boko Haram, who a top official of Boko Haram was discovered in his house when he was a governor. Today he's a vice.
And the defense minister, I don't know if they've changed him now. The defense minister was a governor of one of these states that has been completely taken over now by the terrorists. And the guy that succeeded him came out on Arise TV to tell the world that his successor, his predecessor, was the one financing and building the terrorism. He said it. There's a video. You remember the governor, a sitting governor, he came on Channels TV to say, and nobody does anything, not the president, not the government.
The docility of the citizens is the worst.
It's incredible. All the candy hygiene anyway, that is I don't know what it is. That there again you will see people like, because again I always like to pinpoint these individuals, because when all is said and done, they will be held accountable one way or the other. I remember when Dele Momodu was saying that there is a conspiracy against the Fulanis. How can you say a thing like that? The same about 6 or 7% of people that controls the rest of the country, that spread their tentacles all over the place. They dictate whatever they say in the country goes. And you are coming to say that there is a conspiracy against them. Really? And the show is, when you talk about Fulani terrorism, we know how it all began. You said, don't give it ethnic coloration because you want to sound good to them, hoping that you become a president. You are dreaming. It's just a waste of time, So, my brother,
that is the system that must be destroyed.
Yeah.
That system that makes you believe that you must bow to them before you become somebody in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And all the politicians in Nigeria have accepted that fact. They have accepted it. For you to be relevant, you must accept all their bullshit.
The caliphate. You have to buy to the caliphate. Yeah. All our governors in Biafra land, all of them
from A to Z.
Yeah.
And there is nobody challenging that fact.
Yeah,
both
you know what?
Both Peter Obi, they are in this together.
Yeah.
So tell me, how are you going to make that country survive or work?
Mm-hmm. And it has to do with the fact that centrally, the caliphate runs Nigeria. Regardless of who you put there as president, whether you put Yoruba or you put Igbo or you put, what they say goes in the country. That is how it was structured and handed over to them. But over the years, they've now really kind of, developed their own, they've really worked on it. And the judiciary, if anything, with that, so they control the judiciary, they control the all the arms of government, all the various agencies is under their control, the military, all. You can see a man who is a Christian and who is a military command officer, but he or she has to dance to their tune. That is why you have that man from Middle Belt, Musa, He knows what is happening, but he will not send his boy to go and hit the heart of the terrorists. He won't go there. They won't do that. Because if he do it, they will take him out. He knows. They will set him up.
They will set did to Ihe Jerika during the time of good luck.
Exactly.
Ihe Jerika was all. I think I bumped into a video. Oh, I forgot to bring that video. There's a video I bumped into where a man was commenting about that issue of Ihe Jerika. That man is from the north. He was vibrating in the Senate. What he was saying that during the time of Jonathan, that they brought in,
I saw it.
Contracts. They brought in contractors. That they almost wiped away the Boko Haram. They almost wiped them away. But somebody, for their own personal interest, decided to cancel that very contract. They canceled that contract, and those people left.
And he's a northerner now,
A northerner was making that confession.
Yeah. He almost sheltered. Yeah.
That during that time he was privy to it that they almost wiped them out. The contract
Yeah.
and the contract they come, there were few.
Yeah.
That they can sit in a place and monitor all their movements, see them where they are. All they need to send the drone and destroy them, and that is all.
Yeah.
It was a very simple assignment. They were doing it effectively.
Mm-hmm.
But today, instead of them monitoring Boko Haram, it is Boko Haram that is monitoring the military today.
Exactly.
Instead
Yeah.
of them using the drone, it is the Boko Haram that is using the drone against them.
Mm-hmm.
Who set up Good Luck Jonathan? Obama.
Exactly.
Exactly. Set him up.
Mm-hmm.
So when they are talking about this thing, you know that when we call government, Nigerian government, a terrorist government, it is not a propaganda. It is not a blackmail. It is a fact. There are evidence that are pointing to that.
And the government of the world, and all these government of the world, the Finnish government, and they know. You think they don't know?
Okay, just like this case of this.
Yeah.
Just like man, they are telling us that they're going to charge him for
incitement,
and being part of a terrorist organization.
Mm.
Which organization is? I asked these people, which organization is a terrorist? Is it the IPOB? Is it the United States of Biafra, the brigade that came to Finland last year?
Yeah. Let me tell
you. To do a convention and came back this year to do a convention.
Yeah.
Do you know why it is possible? Why is Church in France? You know, all these European countries, they all work together. Remember, that woman is in cabinet. Remember, that's a very important thing there. Her phone was hijacked. Who hijacked the phone? And you know, the France government, the Finland, they are the ones running around trying to create this problem, trying to get these people put down. So these are links. These are links. These are evidence. We don't even know what evidence they're coming with. Because the important evidence will be a cabinet member. They will take that word. Because this
my
is
sister, I think you have a very wonderful point there. This is why you see Ocha.
We don't even know
what she has been making, and she's in France. That France is a major actor on what is happening today.
100%.
Terrorists. That's what is coming out in her mouth.
My beloved sister, you're making a very great point. You're making a very, very great point. I never thought to that very direction because I always try as much as I can to keep my mind.
My God.
Oyibo
people can make use of any little thing. Watch her. Both the government that will declare she call it government of terrorism. Everything is terrorist story. That's what comes out of her mouth this time. Her phone is hijacked.
Your voice is slow. Your voice is slow, my sister. Your voice is slow. We can't hear you.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. I think it's a call that is coming in that is knocking me off. So, you know, the hijack her phone, the same government is still going to track her. She's a tractor now. They're tracking her. Even if she got phone 20 times, they're still going to track her. They're still tracking her. They've seen her. She's in France. France is the one fighting this African guy, Ibrahim. And Africans are colliding with, and let me say, Ibrahim, Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu. These three men want to stand firm for Africa. And this woman is over there. And with her, she don't even know that what she's doing.
That is the worst of it. That is the worst of all. She doesn't even know the implication of what she says and what she's doing online.
Of everybody. What she's doing can break down. What she's doing can be a serious evidence against this Simon Ekpa because she's a cabinet member. We need to know that she was a cabinet member. She listened to all the meeting, and they can even connect to her phone to be in that meeting, and she don't know because she's not educated. She will not. She doesn't even know where her phone was hijacked. Nobody knows. The people don't know what is going on, Seth.
You're absolutely right. That line of thought, you are absolutely right. It is so sad. That is why it is not always good to draw this somebody who is a stark illiterate, who doesn't know her left and right into things. It's not. I can't just understand. I can't even the kind of word she used when she's talking. And you think you are. That's one thing that baffles me. They think that this struggle is about saga. You think it's about your hatred for a particular individual. And when you're talking about somebody, you think you'll be destroying your own self. You'll be fighting against yourself, speaking evil against yourself, and you think you're talking about somebody else. That is how bad it is. Sometimes when I see all those videos, when we see all those things and we ignore them, we don't listen to them, it's not that we don't have something to say. It's not that we don't have something to say about them or talk about them, but sometimes those things are not necessary. Because there are people watching.
That government or even Ngozi that she calls directly has not even sued her for defamation of character. She's supposed to be sued for defamation of character. And that will shut her down. By the time they call her one time to court, then she will get that panic. Otherwise, she will continue to spread this, and they will continue to link her phone to them, and they're listening to everything.
God have mercy. God have mercy. We will continue doing what we are doing, and I believe the government is listening, and we will continue to follow our procedures and do whatever we have to do. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if I've asked this before, but I've had it in my mind for some time now. Onyenuabo, I think she's a chief of staff to this current U.S. government. I don't have a confirmation, but I heard that she was a registered representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back then. Is there any truth to that? Are you aware of anything like that?
Yeah.
So that is true that.
Yeah, she was she represented the IPOB some time ago. Her law firm represented IPOB some time ago.
Oh, her law firm. Okay. Well, I don't know the depth of, or should I say, close to the issue. Yeah, the topical Biafran question. I don't know how connected or how informed she is, because these are the things we need. As a matter of fact, these are the things we need. Obstacles, sabotage, these things will always be there in every struggle for independence. You have it among the people. It happens everywhere. So, but the deeper connection that if we're able to make, it goes a long way to creating recognition, creating awareness, and pushing the agenda while the zoo crumbles. Because trust me, while they are trying to patch it, hold it together, those benefiting from it, then the natural cause is taking its own place. Because trust me, the zoo is crumbling slowly and surely is crumbling. Because there's no how you would tell me the country that functions like this is viable, is sustainable. It's just not possible. When a country government becomes the enemy of the same country, of the people, sponsoring terrorism, looking away, close their eyes away from terrorism, it's incredible. And these countries know about it. Trust me, they know about it, what is going on. That how can you have this terrorism in your territory? You do nothing about it. You just leave them. They continue to build. They continue to. It's unimaginable. It's absolutely unimaginable. When they try to go to neighboring countries, see how they come after them, they crush them. Because that's all this Benin Republic, Ghana, and the rest of it. Even Burkina Faso. This Traore, it doesn't spare them one bit. But how is it that Nigerian government, they just, give them a free hand to operate, and you are taking them, putting them inside the military? What do you expect? So that is just the point. But I don't give up hope. Never, I won't. Never, because I know that maybe after the rain, the sun will shine. And that rain is gathering. It's going to fall. That you can be rest assured. It's going to fall. So maybe when afterwards, then there will be shine, because we can't continue like this. That's for sure. We just cannot continue like this.
God will help us.
Thank you, my brother.
Are you there? Are you there, Akonya Wetere? Akonya Wetere, your network is really bad today. Your network is not encouraging at all. My brother Greg, are you there?
Yes, Mazi.
You're welcome, my brother.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Master too, sorry.
Yeah.
Before, 1 minute, just 1 minute, because there, if that may start this thing, I've sent the guy 1 year invitation. You just never know. You have to, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, have to get an invitation and see what happens. We have to everything on where do this is we're in a point where you have to move every stone, move everything. So that's just the short thing. Sorry. But oh my brother.
Greg, go on. It should be done.
Yeah, Mazi. Cheers. Good afternoon. Am I coming at clear?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Yesterday I was unable to go. When summer come out, a lot of things change the schedules, and many will take on holiday. They will pack a lot of responsibilities. So, yes, I just want to put a little bit contribution. At the same time, thanking God for our life, all of us, life of all the Biafrans, and the good work our God is doing on our behalf, and mostly in the life of Mazin Amdekan and the Simon Ekpan. And those people that God give us the grace again, that their names have been removed from the list or from whatever they have charged for. That is a step to go. So we thank God for their life, and at the same time looking for God to complete his good work he has started. He will accomplish it in life of Mazin Amdekan and our PM, my Simon Ekpan. We're looking forward that his mercy will be upon them. Yes, when we continue in fighting and all what we can, no matter what the enemy is trying to do, no matter all their efforts, definitely they will fall, because we cannot expect that Nigeria will just give us Nigeria, Biafra, when a child cries, his mother will just try to make the child stop crying. No, Nigeria will not do that, because Nigeria is a country that doesn't have conscience. There is no conscience in them. There is a question this brother Christian asked. He said, why did Nigerian government allow Fulanis when other neighboring countries are refusing them and fighting them, making sure they did not enter their land? Number one is the Fulani were handed over to Nigeria from the day one, and their head started from there, when he tell you that instead of them to give you work, they will give it to a foreigner. This is the starting to show, that was the sign that if Zeke were intelligent enough or wise enough, that statement is enough for Zeke to know or retrace his step. It's just like as we are fighting now for independence of Biafra. Somebody will come out and say, if they are, instead of me to give the part of Biafra that is in Kogi job, I will go and bring a foreigner to do that job. So what will that Kogi person think? He will know that 100% he is not accepted in this union. So he's supposed to know from day one that he's not accepted. So, but because of Zeke is corrupt, because Zeke doesn't have the this thing for his people. He doesn't have heart for the Igbo people, neither for the Biafrans. So his interest is to make sure that they call him Odogu, they call him Zeke of Africa. That is only what he was after, pride and arrogance. That was what Zeke was pursuing. He forgot the interest of his people. And when the Fulani started fighting for their people, even though when they know that they are not real Nigerians, so they know in time that if they did not hold the Northerners, Pichicom, that time will come when they will chase them away. So they were very open and they were not sleeping. Immediately, Don Fodio succeeded in capturing the North. From that time, the Fulanis enter into Nigeria and they do everything they can. Secondly, Nigeria is a corrupt country. Very, very corrupt more than corrupt to the bone. And the Fulani is using that opportunity to stamp themselves into Nigeria by all means. Because when they came, they captured the North, they used British, who is their real master, taught them that the only way they can succeed is to make sure that they put trouble in between the Yorubas and the Igbos. And all the Igbo brothers, you have to make sure that you make them not to agree. If they agree, they will chase you out of Nigeria. Unlike Ghana, when you go to Ghana, if you have any Ghana friend, Ghana called their place, every of the Ghana person called his place motherland, right from time. It was from Ghana that when I came to here, that I started having some Ghana friends. They start talking about motherland. And every Ghana person, whether he's from the north or from the east, west, north, south, they don't find it difficult to speak that their Ashanti. Even though they have some that speak Hausa, they have some that speak other languages. But most of them, almost every Ghana speak Ashanti and they understand Ashanti. The one that doesn't understand it, doesn't speak it, he will understand when the Ashanti talk. So they started in time to know that they are one people.
Excuse me, Craig. Craig. See, it's not the Ashanti. Ashanti is a dialectical tribe in Ghana, and generally everybody like Ashanti, like my in-laws people, the Fantis, the Bronx, the Equiapim, the Nzimas, all of them, they speak what they call Akang language. It's just like you have Igbo Central, but there are dialectical differences in the Igbo. You understand? Yeah. So when you go to the north too, we have, that is my father's place. That is where they have different kinds of, but they understand each other, but we don't speak Akang language, which the Ashantis, the Fantis, the Bronx, the Zima, the Achims speak.
Yeah.
But immediately you just come to Accra, someone from the north, you must speak Akang because it is a generally accepted, local language that everybody speaks. Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir.
So that language unites them, because when I see most of them here, they must understand each other. The hate, there is nothing, you will not even find that they're having problem. They don't hate themselves. You cannot. I have never seen a Ghana person. He say, "Don't mind him. This one is from the north." I never see it for one day, or here. Even the person that is,
can I support you again? Can I support you? Sorry.
Yes, go on.
Let me come in here. See, the language the former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo used against the Ewe people from Volta region cost them the presidency we had 2024.
Yeah.
He went there. One of the biggest, I think the second biggest man-made lake in the world, called Akosombo Dam, was spilled
and majority of the people surrounding that area, houses were collapsed, people died, and so on. But that Volta region, which is predominantly, which is dominated by what the tribe they call the Ewe's, the Ewe people, are, NDC, that is the National Democratic Congress, not MPP, which Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was leading at the time. So when he visited them, instead of him now to go straight and tell them, I am your president, I have heard what happened, and I came here to commiserate with you people. He said, oh, despite that you people did not vote me, I still have the love and the strength to come and say that. If you see the kind of backlash, including his own party people, they were telling him that this is unpresidential. It is unpresidential. Even his own people. You cannot make such, statement on your own people. The day you become the president of Ghana, you become the president of the Gruzi, the Kusasi, the Akan people, the Zima people, the Ewe people, everybody. In fact, he was blasted. Let me call it president. He got presidential blast that time. Thank you, sir.
That was the same thing Buhari did, and Nigeria praised him. Instead of blasting him, they praised him. So when Buhari said 5% voted for him.
So what am I trying to say?
They were laughing. They were laughing. They were laughing and clapping for him. He's right. He's right.
No. So that is the kind of corruption that is in that country. So Nigeria knew they hated each other, and they hated each other to the bone. He cannot hear any person criticizing his brother like that in here. But immediately when there is four different part of Nigerians and a foreigner is there, before he will know, the person will say, I don't mind him, he's an Igbo person now. Or don't mind him, he's from don't mind him, he's from Yoruba. That is the first thing like that. In any way Nigerians are, he will not find it hard to differentiate who came from east or south or west. So that is the corruption in Nigeria. So Nigeria is corrupt in everything, and the Fulanis use that advantage in doing whatever they are doing. So just example now, look at what is happening. They are telling you that Boko Haram repeated Boko Haram, are challenging all of them into Nigerian military, knowing fully well that every of them have the numbers of those their master in the Boko Haram, their telephone numbers in their head. Every information on whatever they want to do is in their head. So what makes you think? Or how you think they are doing miracle or they are too powerful to go and take over military? No. It is because the informations are there. The Boko Haram in the army give the Boko Haram in the opposite side, the one that is not in government, give the one that is in government, the Nigerian army, give the one that is not in Nigerian army information on how to attack the military and how to attack the military. Unlike in our own place, there was only people person who will go and burn his brothers and sisters' house in the east and call him IPOB, call him terrorist. So that is what we are seeing every day. So if you think that some of all those things will stop, it will not stop. And the pain also more. That is why that is what I said. I said it the last time. They are not now. None of the Fulanis are too strong, or the government is too strong to deal with the Biafrans. No, or British. No, they use the advantage because of somebody like all these people you see, who is attacking what we are doing. Somebody else, as my sister said now, concerning the one you see in France. Someone that doesn't know anything and he wants to hate the Biafra government. Where will she take us to? Nowhere. So that is the problem we have. If we are able to conquer these evil people that is opposing what we are doing every day in Igbo land, in Biafra land, I'm telling you honestly, we have no more job to do. The only job we are doing today is because of this kind of people that will come to the television like that man you are talking about. They will use him and tell the international community that what you are doing is lie. because they don't believe that the Biafra is coming, they think that everybody will waste his time. As I'm at work now, I try to come out to speak. They think people are just wasting time and wasting their money and their energy for nothing. Or maybe they are not serious about the Biafra. So see the man that's telling that he worked with Wazirike. So if that kind of person had worked with Wazirike, what do you think that Wazirike would have achieved? Nothing. Because that kind of evil man is around him. So he cannot make headway.
I wonder.
You see? So this is the thing I talked about last time. Because when Wazirike was doing something, Wazirike came out to be real. He wanted Biafra. But later did he know that the whole people that surrendered him were criminals.
Criminals.
So he didn't come to him. Yeah. He didn't notice it in time. And he did not prepare for such people at all. So why are we talking now? Because it's because Simon Ekpan come into the limelight. That is how everything started exposing. When he came and he started selecting all these criminals from DOS, and people started saying, wow, is that how all these people have been? These are the evil people that surrendered Mazen Nandekano. I'm telling you, if people that surrendered Mazen Nandekano out of those millions that time, if there were about 3 or 4 of them that stand like Simon Ekpam when they took Nandekano, by now, there is nothing that is holding Biafra.
Of course.
But because all of them were criminals, that is what we are suffering today. And by God's grace, we'll overcome all those things. So my message is that we will continue and we will not relent until Biafra comes. So nobody will stop us. Whether they lie, let the sabotage. Will it come? Definitely it will come. And it's a battle that God will fight on his own. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that line of thought. My beloved brother Maxwell, take your mic. Go ahead and speak to us.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chiefs. Nemoches and Manamoches that are here. I salute each and every one of you. The courage, the strength you have gathered all this while to stand firm and to propel the acts of Biafra and our freedom, of my mother's land. Biafra is my mother's land, not my father's land. Yeah, that's my father's land, my motherland. And reasons why I do what I do in every place is as long as I have the strength and I have the opportunity to do it. You see, it could have been difficult, and it will, whatever that affects the eye will definitely affect the nose. And so many people that I am joining today to fight for the official and the international recognition of Biafra as a sovereign nation, especially at home, will be affected. You see this Igbo-speaking Biafran Efulefus. I would have loved these people to come to them. I swear to God. You see these people that are coming to X space, any platform, like the Njejes and the rest of them, to speak evil of what Mazi Simon Ekpa has been doing. Speaking evil of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started before he was kidnapped. I would have wished that this Fulani terrorists will get to them one after the other, so that they will now know the difference between hot water and the dry, cold water. They will know that there is what they call ruwabiu. One day yana the safi and one day yana the sayin. The one that is cold and the one that is hot. We are flatooing. I don't know how they call it in a pidgin. They say with the mess. We are fighting to fill the basket. These intellectuals, these fools from the majority Igbo-speaking Biafran are spreading it for us. I am angered with what I am. Do you know what it is? Abacha said that any insurgency that lasted for more than 1 week, the element of the authorities involved that is controlling that state is involved in it. Do you think that that man was joking? Did Boko Haram and Saru, all of them, why didn't they come out the time when we were there? They come out the time when we were there fully. Why are they? Why? Massachusetts, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. I had a call. I had a call.
Okay.
Why didn't they do it that time? Because no matter how bad and wicked the army was, they were still managing the peace in that country. And that was the time we were there. They were afraid to come in. But immediately power moves out from them. They were not building themselves up, forming them, bringing them, importing them into Nigeria. Our Igbo Efule fools were there watching. These people were coming. Do you think that it wasn't on the news? The infiltration of these people that were coming at that time, do you think that they don't know? Cowards, they could not react. They couldn't do anything. But when it comes to their own Biafrans, that is where they have the power to speak. That is where they have the audacity to speak. That is when their vim, their intellectuality, and everything come out. Today, look at what is going on. Ragtag Boko Haram and their affiliates, because all of them are fighting for one cause. What is that cause? Islamization. Sending their books, sending their Quran into the Gulf of Guinea. That is what they are fighting. Sharia, introduction of Sharia, that is what they are fighting. And let me tell you today, there is no Igbo Muslim that will not prefer a Sharia Igbo land. I am telling you, go and ask them, they will tell you. Are they not printing Quran now in Igbo language? In Biafra land? When they are printing it and selling it, who are the people buying it? The same Igbo speaking Biafrans. They are trapping them with money. They are coercing them into joining them with money. This is what they do. These people are now equipped with modern technologies. They are equipped with modern technologies. They are using armed drones. And every bomb that is carried by this drone is not less than 250 kilograms payload. I tell you people, some carries up to 400 to 500 kg payload. For those of you that know science, you will understand what I mean by payload. Okay? The devastating effect of that 250 kg bomb that armed drone is going to unleash on the people will not be less than 150 meters radius. That is what we are going to face. These intellectuals in Igbo land that has made so much money, but they cannot see reasons to support their brothers and sisters that have brought their, that have put themselves at risk to fight for this. They cannot. They are there challenging you, trying to fault you at any given time, but they cannot fund what will be a great thing in the eyes of every Biafra and the freedom of our people. They condemn you, they criticize you, they go out and speak good English, sound better than the queen themselves. Yet their land is on the verge of being taken away from them. Something must happen to our people before they now wake up. I'm telling you, something will definitely happen. Master Chicks, I am having calls coming in, all the time. I do not know whether you can still hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know if you can still hear me, bro. Can you hear?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. They cannot support. They prefer to go and bend down to the Caliphate North to become ministers. But they forbid their own evil spirit that leads them or rules them, forbids them from fighting for their own sovereignty, away from the criminal and devastating construct called Nigeria. They cannot. They want to be slaves all the time. They forgot that they are special people of God. The people of the East. The people of the rising sun. The ancient people. Ndị Igbo, ndị asị onye agụrụ Hyacinth, ọ na-ama Adọlị. Onye agụrụ Hyacinth, ndị Igbo na-ekwu n'okwu, ọ na-ama ori, ndị Igbo kpọrọ ya ori, that is shea butter. Ọ na-ama ori. Blessed people by God. Without you, the economy of that zoo will collapse. You do not know what God has given to you. You are now eating frogs and toads. People that were made because of their stupidity. They are eating frogs and a riziawo. In those days, when an Igbo speaking Biafran speaks, as recognized by Babangida or Abacha, we know the people when they speak will be awake, and the people that will speak them will go back to bed. That time has gone because these people have successfully become Esau of today. For a porridge, a bowl of porridge, they have sold their own people. And they are now third class or fourth class citizens in that entity called Nigeria, that even JAMB can decide to target them and cancel their result. What power again do you have? Your youth that are now fighting to bring back that power and the freedom, the original freedom of the Biafran people. You are sitting down there fighting them because of what you are benefiting from the corrupt franchise, British franchise called Nigeria. All of you will be ruined. God would punish each and every one of you that is standing on the way of this struggle. As long as your intention is for political benefits, for selfish interests, God is going to deal with one of you. He would deal with each and every one of you. Your evil will never make Biafra not to come. I still rely on the prophecies of the man of God that I'm following that has always been speaking about Biafra, Mazen Namdekan and Simon Ekpa, and they are fulfilling. Prophet King David Liu. He has never for one day contradicted himself when it comes to Biafra and the well-being of Mazen Namdekan and Simon Ekpa and the becoming of Biafra. That is the man that's been speaking about it. He is consistent in what he is doing. He said Biafra will come. He said also that I saw Mazen Namdekan brought back to Nigeria. He also went deep to say that there is nothing Nigerian government will do to Mazen Namdekan. Case don't turn to water. Nigeria has nothing. He said it clearly, and I shared it as well. He said, Mazen Namdekan's case, the only remedy is for Nigeria to just hands up and let the man go. And when the Court of Appeal everything, he now come out before the Court of Appeal. He said they will cancel everything. But the people that will be holding Mazen Namdekan are from Southeast. This man said it. He said it. Now he has started again. He said nothing will happen. He said, I see the case. Finish. Case. Finish. And Mazen Namdekan free, and Nigeria will be made to pay. He also warned Finland that what is going to happen to Finland if they don't repent, they will regret forever touching the Biafran people. He said it. And I am expecting that to also happen. And I pray that what Finland is doing today, that God will teach them a lesson, just like he taught Pharaoh of Egypt that very tough lesson. You have a man that is in your own country, you are citizen, a politician in your own country, fighting the same thing that you people fought from the old Soviet Union to get yourself free. You fought the USSR in order to be free. The people that were supporting you that time did not arrest you people, the Finnish people. They didn't arrest you. They allow you to fight and supported you. The same thing, this young man that is fighting in your own country, he's not fighting to invade anybody or carry mass attack on innocent people that did not do anything to him. The only thing he's fighting is for the preservation of his own people, relieving them from the torture in the hands of the terrorists, Nigeria and the United Kingdom and their allies. You arrested him, make him incapacitated, so that he will not function anymore. God will make you not to function. Finland, if you don't retrace your steps, just like that prophet said, I am repeating it here, you will be made to suffer for what you have caused the Biafran people, if you do not know. Go and ask, if what happened to Biafran people before the war, 1967, after the war to today, if that happens to you, Finland, you will be evaporated from the surface of this earth. And that is to tell you that God is with the Biafran people. You cannot fight them and remain the same. You will suffer for it. And I believe that God still have, something he wants to accomplish in the heart, in the body, in the soul of the Biafran people before Biafra will come. For everything working for good to them that love God. Why? No matter how you view it as a human being, I still believe that there is something God is working. God is doing some surgeries in the spirit of our people. And some of the surgeries, we might see it as attack. For those of them that have refused to listen to the voice of wisdom, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and people like you, and the leader of the United States of Biafra today, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and her adjutants. You will all suffer for what you have made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and this struggle, Biafra recognition, to go through. You think that we are here to come and speak the way we speak? Think that we don't have things to do? We care for that land. And God has given us that land to protect, not to allow people that you don't have nothing in common to come and take it over from. That is what you should understand. And you cannot give any reason why you will not fight for your fatherland. It is a task that must be done. And Massachusetts, we must do it. We must do what we can. Nobody is going to do it for us. Go to the north, see how the terrorists are brazenly exposing themselves, attacking and unaliving people. Is that what these intellectuals want to happen in Biafran land before they wake up? Is that what they want to happen before they wake up? How many times will something happen to these fools? And they learn their lesson, Massachusetts. And every one of you that is listening to me, how many times Nana Begwaro ya ugboro na ki ihe ga-eme gị unu amụrụ akọ ndị nke asị iri atọ ite naanị oru iri atọ Nana Besemba ọkwa efuru ihe a na-eme mmadụ onye nke a na-ebe ni ọkwa efuru ihe a na-eme onye nke a na-ebe ni ma ijiri ya mụọ akọ dị na iwe onye iberibe a na-eji n'ihe mere mmadụ amụọ akọ. But our people, despite that, when the imposter was there, he took loan that you are going to pay. The same efflave, this Igbo Biafran efflaves. They share all the loan to all the regions. They no give you. Hey, what Nigeria? Hey, what Nigeria? I'm a proud Nigerian. They build railway all the way to Maradi. In Niger Republic. They collect all the money from your land, from the sale of gas, crude oil, the tax that you pay. Biafra pay the highest tax in Nigeria. Go and check it. Who are the people importing? Do you know, for you to clear one car today of 1.8 engine capacity, let's say Toyota Corolla, in Nigeria, you will pay nothing more than 4 million. 2 million or 4 or close to 3 million. Formerly, that was what you would pay, I think about 300,000 to clear lower engine capacity. I think not older than 15 years. I'm a car dealer because I used to contact the agents in Nigeria at that time. 300,000 as at that time, because you are doing the importation. That is where you big time importers and exporters as well. They look for where they will get money they don't get. They will now come and tax on everything that you bring. And you are paying more for it. Before you clear your car today, depending on the engine capacity, I think that is how they do it. Or the this cost insurance price, the home delivery value, you will pay more. It was Buhari, imposter, that did it. It has been implemented. Go and check. They will force you. They are taking the money as their terrorists in uniform are on the street of Biafra land collecting tolls. Those that cannot give them, they torture them and unalive them, or prefer some false charges against them in order to just intimidate and harm them. the federal government is collecting from you as well. And when you see all these things, you think you will not learn your lessons? Eh? When they are telling them to proscribe, how many years did it take them to proscribe Boko Haram? Armed Fulani terrorists, have they proscribed them? Lukarawa, have they proscribed them? Mahmuda, have they proscribed them? ISWAP, ISIS, have they proscribed them? But when your own youth, your own brothers come out, it be you are the one that is going to force them to proscribe your own brother. And you think that you are doing me, you are doing yourselves. You are doing yourself, and it will come back to haunt you. I just pray that this Biafra will come tomorrow. Then I will come back to my mother's ancestral land and begin to call you people out one after the other. If we warrant us to do what the Israelis are still doing to those that perpetrated the evil of Holocaust on them, we'll do it to you. I thank you, Mazi Chicks, for having me. You are muted.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. You have nailed it, and you have really driven the program to the highest level. I can't just say anything more than what you have just said. And I thank you so much for that very line of thought. You have expanded it and you did justice to the day. So I'm going to be closing the program. Fellow Biafrans, wherever you are and you are part of this program, please have it at the back of your mind that there is a problem. The takeover of Biafra land by the terrorists is a plan that they are making, and it is real. If you do not defend your land, nobody's going to do that for you. Tomorrow is our fundraising. The reason we come together to engage in that humanitarian fundraising is to protect our land. It is not a crime to defend yourself. Self-defense is a right supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law, supported by Nigerian law itself. We have seen on several occasions where people in the government of Nigeria have called for self-defense. The chief of the DSS came on live television. Everybody saw it, and he was calling the people to defend themselves. He said, do not wait on the government to defend you. Defend yourself. We have had so many governors telling their people, defend themselves. We had Danjuma, the chief of army staff before in Nigeria, tell his people, go and get ammunition the same way the terrorists get their own. Defend yourself. The same language they are using, that is what we are not saying anything different or anything that is extraordinary of another planet. It is the same thing they are preaching that we preach. But somehow, when we preach it, they said we are terrorists. When we speak in that language, they call us different names. They make you believe that fighting for your freedom is a crime. But I'm telling you today, it is not a crime to defend your land. And that is why we come out boldly every Saturday to raise funds to defend ourselves. As our brother noted here, they can give us any name. Nelson Mandela, that is celebrated across the world today, was called a terrorist. Martin Luther King Jr. was called a terrorist. Gandhi was also called a terrorist. Every genuine human rights activist you have seen on this world today, they have been called a terrorist at one time or the other, simply because they were doing what is right. But at the long run, they have been celebrated. Today, Martin Luther King is celebrated in the United States. His statue is everywhere. You mention his name, you bow to it. Mandela is celebrated everywhere across the world. Gandhi will always be in the history of the world and the living. The same way is what is going to happen today for our Prime Minister, our Supreme Amazon Nandekano, and Dr. Ngozo Rabada will see today. And every one of us that is coming out to raise funds to defend our land, we are not committing any crime. Everything we are doing is to save life, to save humanity, to protect and defend ourselves, which is our right. Self-determination is a right supported by international law, supported by People's Rights Law of Africa, supported by Nigerian law itself. There is nothing we are doing that is against the law. We are following everything we are doing lawfully. The only different thing you are seeing today is a global conspiracy that is playing against us because of our resources that we have. Some people are interested in our resources, some other group are interested in our land, and they gang up together, share our resources and share our land. And for their interest, they are doing everything to keep us enslaved and continue to exploit us. And because they don't want us to fight and free ourselves, they give us different kinds of names to discourage us from doing what we have to do. Don't pay attention to those names. In the long run, you will be celebrated. In the long run, you will be seen as somebody genuine. Look at Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore, even when he is doing something genuine that the whole world can see, even the blind can see, the deaf can hear what Ibrahim is doing, but yet they came after him. They are coming after him, making different plans against him. That is to show you that no matter how good you are, those people that have interest, who feel their interest is not protected, are going to work against you, are going to fight. And it is much more dangerous when you are fighting against those that claim to be the world powers, which is what Biafrans are up against. The British are 100% present in Nigeria. The French are still there. And other world powers. Even the United States, to an extent, is still there. But I still believe there are men of conscience in this world, from all parts of the world. There are men of conscience in the United Kingdom. There are men of conscience in France. There are men of conscience in the United States. And the reason why we are speaking and the reason why we must act is to wake up those men of conscience, because when the good people refuse to talk, when the good people refuse to act, the evil men take charge and evil continue to go on. That is why we will not stop talking. I will not stop preaching every blessed day. As long as I have life, I will continue to preach this gospel of humanity to save humankind. What are we asking for? Live and let's live. There is nothing extraordinary we are asking for. Live and let live. That's all. Is it too much to ask? We are asking that you should disintegrate the zoo. Let every region live in their own space, grow at their own space, in their own speed. Those who want to be a caliphate should be a caliphate. There's nothing wrong about it. Those who want to practice other systems should practice it. There's nothing wrong about it. We can still intermarry. We can still do business together. We can still do so many things together, but we have to do it based on agreement that each of us will sit on the table, agree, and sign up to it. What we are asking for is to divide the people along tribal lines. Let us create our countries based on value system, the same way other countries of the world are built. In Europe today, every country you see is created along line value system. That is why you see some people, they are 10,000, some are 4,000, some are 5,000. Some are just a state, like a state in Nigeria. But because of the value system, they are allowed to be among themselves who understand themselves along tribal lines. The same request is what we are making. The same is what we are trying to create, to have a suitable place where people can live with dignity and respect each other. Is it too much to ask? It is not. And that is why we will continue to ask. Tomorrow is fundraising. Wherever you are, please join the fundraising tomorrow so that we can continue to do what we have to do to support humanity and to free ourselves from the captivity of our enemy. Thank you so much for joining me, as many have joined me. My beloved brother, Max, give us your last word as I round up on the program, and we can proceed again for tomorrow. Let's hear your last word, my beloved brother Maxwell, if you're still there.
Thank you, Mazichuk, and may God continue to give you the strength, empower you to do more. And those that have listened to us and those that are going to listen to this broadcast, may God give you the discerning spirit to understand the reason why you must come out to fight and donate for the sovereignty of your fatherland. As it is said in Igbo language, onye ụgbọ gburu when the ear is being spoken to and the ear refuses to understand and listen. When the head cutter comes to cut off the head, the ear will definitely follow. I have nothing much to tell you. It is your responsibility to protect your... Look, in Ghana here, there is a reason why Ghanaians say, from the old, no matter how long you live here, as a Fulani man, you can never gain the citizenship of this country. There is a reason for it. There is a reason why Guinea Conakry under Secretary chased them away from that place. There is reason why CAR, Central African Republic, chased them away. The only place, even from the Mauritania, they are chasing them. Mali, they are chasing them. Senegal, Senegambia, they are chasing them. The only place they found succor is in the country called Nigeria, Zoological Republic. You that is there, Mazichuk's, that place, you just go and ask any Fulani man their promised land, they will tell you Nigeria. I don't know the God that gave them the promise.
I wonder.
I don't know the God that gave. I don't know the God that gave them the promise in a land that is being occupied by the indigenous people. That God itself, he be useless God. The God that will make the land that is occupied, he placed his own people there and give you as a promised land. That God must be useless. And that is the reason why they are doing what they are doing. Everything these people do is being orchestrated and supported, abetted by the central government. If you don't know it today, that is why they can carry AK-47 assault rifles, go around menacing, causing menace everywhere, unaliving people, displacing people, eyebrow, or arrest them and prosecute them. Remember, I don't know whether one of my elder brother in my mother's hometown sent me some message. When Brigadier General Danjuma Ali Kefi, I don't know whether you have heard about the name of this man. He was the man that was in charge of widespread operation. He was among the people that arrested one of the kingpins of Boko Haram. Do you know what he suffered at last? He was compulsorily retired. Brigadier General Danjuma Ali Kefi. He has come out to speak right now, and he is even telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu to investigate the cause of the death of Chief of Army Staff, former Chief of Army Staff. What's his name? The man that died in plane crash.
Okay, yeah, the one they
say he should be investigated. You remember the? Yes, he said it was.
Of course, we knew then it was planned during Buhari time. It was planned.
Good.
You're breaking up. We
Go
can't
and
hear
see
you.
how they did to that one. Oh, I do not know. What about now?
Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Anybody? Good. Go and see what they did to Melafi Obodaya. That man spoke out and mysteriously. The only person that is not dead today is that Navy captain from the Yoruba land, probably because he's from the Yoruba land.
And he's not in the country.
Olawumi also.
He escaped.
Okay. That is the only person that they've not caught. The rest, they have found a way to micromanage everybody. They have found a way to streamline everybody to follow the caliphate way. And we will come out and begin to speak against our own people that are fighting for us. is bad. Biafrans, like my Namoche said, Mazi Chicks, tomorrow is fundraising. If you cannot give so that you will be heard or known, you see that money that you are using to go and pay to these Yoruba churches that are funded and buying a plane for themselves, and while you are bring it to this, it will go a long way to preserve your life, your property, and your ancestral land that God has given to you, and everything above it, on it, and beneath it. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless and prosper you for the good work that you are doing. I remain, you are okay. From the thank you for having me. I love you all.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you. Thank you for your immense support always. May Chukwu Okike continue to bless you, prosper you, and strengthen you. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program from the beginning to the end. Please, if you have not yet shared this program, kindly like and share. Make sure you share to at least one person. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe. Touch your notification bell so that whenever I come online, you'll be among the first to join us. Every day we come here, we spend 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. So touch the notification bell so that you can always follow us from the beginning and enjoy the program. Touch your notification. Even if you have done it before, touch it again to freshen it up, make it refreshed, because so many people are not getting the notification. You know, the social media, they are not promoting our program. They are trying to make us small. They try to limit the number of audience we get. But if you help us to share, if you continue to help to share and reach out to others, that will make us to reach to as many people as possible. They cannot stop us. So please like and share. Either you are watching on Facebook or you're watching on TikTok, wherever you are watching, please like and share. And Chukwu Okike will continue to bless you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. We pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Give him wisdom, knowledge, understanding, strength to continue to stand on until the last minute when he's going to join us. We pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Supreme Leader of IPOB, for guidance, for protection, for provision. We pray for strength, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, for revelations. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all Biafrans across the world, where they may be. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special guest of government. Thank you so much, and stay blessed.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering.
We could stand together, fight for freedom now.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose, an occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently. simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political view. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
We face many things, we don't fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still dey strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their life for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memories still live in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a prospero. Like a papanuku, but then they were boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the plan and the rest of man, I tell you what I am. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be a part. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now, if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart, forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice
come, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
Then we are starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah, put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is.
I'm looking at myself in
We
the
must
mirror.
revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Ama abulezi okwenu. Na bakala kelu ego nezi enwe. N'ụbọchị akala kelu ego n'odezi. Maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enwe. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enwe. Ọnọdụ kwani mọdụ n'ụlọ mọdụ n'ezi bịa kere nwe. Ọnọdụ enu lira tọnọ na ndagwurugwu senyi tọnọ n'ugwu gbadata ya. Ka anyị were ofu obi wee nọtaba n'ụba anyị o. Maka na njikọ n'ụwa milion wee gba ọfụfụ ma ha bụrụ eziokwu enyi. N'aka ndị kwọta mmiri ka ịgba gwachasị enyi ka aka ezu ezu ọba bụrụ ebe wee lụta mmanụ. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enu. Ka anyị were ofu obi wee nọtaba n'ụba anyị. Maka na ofu obi amaka mma n'ala n'ugo n'onwe. Ụmụ Biafra na m ekele unu niile. Nke a bụ nke anyị. Nwa Adeti na ijele nwanyị bịa kene gị. Ọkwa gị bụrụ ụkwụ ekele n'afa ndị otu Biafra Izawa o. And the Biafra is our religion. Nke ọ dị na nwata chi eze amụ n'obi bụ onye iwere ya. Wesị ya kene n'arụ gị o. Adụmegwu Chukwu o. one of Biafra land among them. My phone the motor the baby can be tell among them. I was a good word in my libonine. The word in my lobia from you. To me go to cool. Papa gis ya kana logi Philippo F young. Abose kwa mwake kuloku wekusi okusi na Biafra ye kunye. Na ya bu Biafra ya tulugo enate. Na bulu na ya bu Biafra e kuigo. Smoko gule mwata na kana ele. Abagise kana logo nyendu manzi nande kanu. Amadike Biafra kedebe. Amadike Biafra bialu.
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of the accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what happens. Nobody wants to do this. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they can the
Biafran government in they don't exile cabinet. Natukunanda na ya ba onube. Baka no ya solo be ya to kai maluge nuoi. Disionike. Kana lo mondi Biafra revelation ami umuchuku. Dia jesa Biafra la ne be kana nuoi. The great oracles of Biafra na no. Anu weke no nama. Na no jisi kenal. Atugo ya ba ume. Omo chukwu ne. Ase kana the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Webber. Abuzi kwa bato biyo. The best one. Atwele ni umo Biafra bianulu. Anonganga pio tembe wile nabe. You want I just show you, you will not see. Lila ni umo biao. Kudwa komile na kwa lulu. Yes. Mwana kwa mubia kenelio. Odagiri dimu. All the guys send me as well too. Ose fulu dilo bia lulu. Makwale na kosa de malaya. Mweji mwangu kwa jilo sino de lonka sojilo ya tiji sojilo walasa. Abuzi kwe wabato biye. Ogada gidi kebya lulu. Mweji wala ni yo. Nine tukunye ndi Biafra na nunu. Nuna beke nege. Asimuna kadele Biafra ni le namo. I say no, I don't know the name. Madanya na bono mwelo utela ni welien. Madanya na bono nudo long way. Makana bona boke kwena bonike. Boya na no boya long. No be voye the belly no wa believe emelema. A good legacy will last forever, my believe emelema. And in remembrance of my bless you.